Hi. I literally put my headphones on to stream and they went, you're not allowed to actually use us and hear us and do things.
Ori's been having a bit of a time tonight.
I literally like put them on and it's like I'm connected. But not really. But I am. But
they're
really.
Gaslighting her.
They were gaslighting me.
How dare they?
It was very disappointing. But we're here now and we're not doing what is on the screen because that's what I was doing before. Bye-bye, Hotson.
Ah, goodbye, Hotson. We knew you fondly. Maybe, I don't know. You're a pretty big dick in the comics.
Now the question is, where have I put the thing we were working on? What folder is it in?
Gotta track it down.
I have found it.
Wisdom, hello, welcome. Dichotomy, hello. PCM, hello. It's good to see you all.
Yes, hello. Dichotomy, PCM.
Ah, yes,
someone
and hello
Wisdom, hello. All right, so.
Pat his little head.
Yes, we have Sven, and that's not where the mouse is. Sven, and Cha,
we did see all the noobs,
Sly,
PCM. Absolutely.
Claire. Oh, yes, all
you
the noobs.
better be treating Noob well.
I have yummy, delicious, not clotted cream, sweetened condensed milk tea. So we're having a good time.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
It is. I'm curious if you would be able to have it without having a pill because it's cooked. So
I'm
not sure how that
maybe.
works. Oh, my mic is probably a little quiet. We fixed that. We fixed that.
We could always experiment with that.
Indeed.
Dichotomy, get back in the Noop Loop.
Yes,
what
the
you
Noop
doing?
Loop. Also, I saw a poster for the Beetlejuice movie, and
I saw a trailer for that the other day.
I didn't see any trailers for it, just the poster, and I'm at least glad that they still have Winona Ryder and Keaton, I think.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
And then it also has Defoe, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
really interested in that.
Hello. No spoilers, but I did cry. I won't tell you any other things than that, because Ori cries for a variety of reasons, so it's not really a spoiler.
You're leaving me in suspense, Ori.
I have to.
I haven't bought it yet.
You'll get it on Saturday. 2 days. 2 days.
Hi, Hunter.
Hello, Hunter.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Hello, Pastry Puff. I don't know if we
yes.
said hello before responding.
It doesn't matter. They've been acknowledged.
Oh, it matters.
Yes, and speaking of, I finished Dungeon Meshi, and my Leos Nendroid is at my parents' house, and I will be there tomorrow, and I will get him, and then on top of that, I just got the current 4 volumes of, I always fuck it up, Hirano and Kagiura, which is the same author that made Sasaki and Miyano, and it's 2 characters that are in Sasaki and Miyano, and there's a bunch of side stories in Sasaki and Miyano, the actual manga, and you see a little bit of it in the anime as well. And I'm very excited. You won't get that until the next week, Mars, when we have Anime Day, since they just came.
But that's more than fair.
You'll have Dungeon Meshi on Saturday.
I was through Sasaki and Miyano again, and I'm just like, oh, my heart.
Yeah,
so good.
So good. I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, okay, I don't have very much manga, but the mangas that I really care about, I want to display them where you can see the covers, not just the spines, you know?
That would be nice, but you need like one of those big bookshelves.
Well, that's the goal.
I've seen people prop theirs up on egg cartons.
Yeah,
and do
that's
it
the
that
goal.
Way. You
that's
need
the goal.
A deep enough bookshelf to do
Yeah. No, I've seen those like ones that like all the like influencers have, I guess. You see, they're like the deep white tall ones that are like floor to ceiling. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I wish.
That's what I need. Because
that's what I would upgrade to.
I want them displayed front on. Right? Not everything has to be displayed front on, but I will say
or at least like maybe the first volume in a series or the last
no.
volume.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like I'll have other stuff on the shelves, but like these mangas just have lovely, lovely covers. Both Dungeon Meshi and the Sasaki Miyano / Hirano and Kagiura.
Miyano's art is freaking peak. Like they have a couple pages in there that are fully colored, and I'm just like, if these were posters, I swear.
Such good, so good. We stan.
You know, PCM.
Honestly,
you can always use that boss again.
Oh no. PCM always like pretends like they're gonna DM and then just never does. Come on, PCM, you should do it.
Bite the bullet. Is saving up for the big one.
Oh, no, you gotta start small. I gotta say, start small. Start small.
Where's the fun in that?
Actually knowing what you're doing by the time you have a big thing. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I need to have, like, a Leos shrine. So at least the Dungeon Meshis have to be, like, forward-facing. And then, like, I would probably just pick my favorite covers. Probably the ones with Leos on it. 13 was banging.
Fantastic.
It has to be 13. 1, because it's Leos-centric.
1 is the start of the journey. Yeah. You gotta.
I'd have to remember all of them.
Really, PCM? I'm not so sure about that.
There's definitely a few. Definitely 1, because it's my boy. It's my boy. And then, yes, 13 is good shit. I would love them to just be, like, listed here visually, but they are not. Here we go. I found
what
them.
In particular is challenging about making a character look related to their parents? Is it just the program you're using, or are you having trouble pulling features? Yes, dichotomy question.
Oh, yes. And then after your question, I will specifically talk about what we're actually doing today.
Yeah, maybe we should actually get into that. Why does each character have 6 thumbs?
Well,
That sounds like an art question.
What it really is meaning is a thumbnail. And now, you'll say, well, if you have, why does every character have 6 thumbnails? Well, it's actually the word that you use for little non-detailed, I would say vibe drawings, right? Vibe drawings. In order to sort of get either the scene you want, the idea of the scene. Yes, it's shorthand dichotomy. It's shorthand. I didn't make the template. Okay, that is the artist CritBit. You should look them up on the Instagram. They're really good. The goal is getting my vibes plus their vibes at the end, and advancing my art and having a good time, because honestly, their art is top tier shit. Please look them up.
So good.
Please go look at them. They're good shit.
Their art is phenomenal.
But so what I realized, I went back and watched the video after this, and after Dylan was telling me like, oh, I really just went off the poses, not off the like outfits. And it's like, well, the idea was trying to do like the outfit character design, right? Not the poses. And I like look back and specifically, no, they're really drawing the characters just kind of like front on, not really with a lot of flair. So I messed up. We're not adding the flair yet. We're just trying to design the thing. Yeah. So what I am gonna do is I still want to continue on, and we're going to move on to Tricky Pick Rickson and his character design. But if there is time, I hope to just retranslate these CMR outfits into like front standing poses, so that Dylan can actually get to accurately pick his outfit preference and not his pose preference. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be the goal.
Okay, so you heard her here first, folks. Tonight we're doing it right.
We're doing it right from the start. So first I'm gonna do 2 things. We're gonna open up Rickson's reference sheet. Now Rickson's reference sheet was certainly not as full as CMR's. I feel like he didn't have as easy of a design to sort of nail down. He has a war pick. That's in his name, Tricky Pick. He is a kobold. Now, Pathfinder kobolds look like this, and I despise this. I hate this. This is gross, in my opinion. I won't be upset if you like it. This is also a Pathfinder kobold, and this is improved, but still not my personal vibe. And so I was trying, and unfortunately, the player likes the Pathfinder kobolds. I drew my kobolds more on like the Dungeons and Dragons kobolds, where it's like a dragon dog kind of vibe, which is definitely my preference. But I did try to look for some other artists sort of making interpretations of more like flat-headed lizards. And I found this OC. You can see them twice. And so this is like a flat-headed lizard. I think this is cute. This is certainly better than whatever this is.
I can totally imagine Rickson doing the tongue thing.
Much better. However, then I stumbled across raptor OCs. And I don't know. I really like this shape. It's got like a boxy sort of thing going on, but I really like the shape we got going on here and the tail. And honestly, you know, being kind of thicker on the bottom, thinner on the, I kind of liked it. He's a rider. He's riding a riding drake. So I felt like I might lean into this a little bit. And then this is also just another someone's like kobold. They labeled it kobold. Again, it's sort of flat-faced E. I'm not as big of a fan on the legs and feet here and stuff. It was more for like the face head bit. But I think my goal, and we'll probably be a little more body shape morphed than we were with Rickson's, with CMR's thumbnails. CMR, he's a goblin. I kind of knew how Dylan liked stuff and liked his goblins and everything like that. So he didn't really have a lot of body shape language going on. But with Rickson, we're gonna have to play around a little bit. We're gonna have to play around.
This is gonna be a fun time for all involved.
So that's what we're gonna do. If you have any questions at any point in time, please feel free to ask.
Yes.
I don't know what color Kobold Rickson is. His image that he really liked is this one that is blue.
For some reason.
He said he wanted this outfit, which is basically a chef's coat wearing a picnic blanket. which is a thing. He has a very southerly drawl tang to his thing. It's like he's like a hunter of things.
I'm not getting chef coat picnic table vibes.
Yeah, but he really liked this outfit.
Is there a way to adapt it?
We're definitely gonna go vibes. Another artist I really, really like that I recommend, ABD Illustrates. Check him out as well. I really like their art style. Has definitely influenced mine. Had this sort of like country character. I don't know. I'm assuming wizard because they have a book, but I don't really know.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's like, it's given the vibe, right? This is country D&D. And that's the kind of vibe I'm going for because Rickson talks like this with a drawl, with a twang.
He's got the drawl.
He's got the twang.
He's always talking about Ema.
Yep. He asked Jeet and he asked Skeet. So, you know, let's just get it going.
Let's get her done.
Let's get her done. Oh, I want this one to be here. Yes, it was broken up into 8, but they say only 6, and, you know, we only have so much time, so I'm gonna try.
Honestly, 6 works well if it's into a typical stream time.
We're actually also, everyone is a bit theory crafting our next characters, and why we just had these characters. Well, it's because this campaign, which is being run by me, was always meant to be sort of a shorter campaign. Not a micro campaign, I definitely wanted it to be longer than that, but definitely, whoops. I was saying it was gonna be about 10 sessions, and it's still looking like that's probably what it's gonna be. Hello, Goofy person. We talked about Goofy the other day. Look at that. And,
objection indeed.
What was I saying?
You were talking about our next campaign and how
yeah, so we're theory crafting next campaigns and already going into what kind of characters we're gonna have in those. And so that's fun as well. And even though these are characters that we sort of just created, there's still a lot of time with them, so I think we're still having a good time. We're about, I think, a little under halfway. I think we just had session 4, right?
I believe so.
It might have been 5.
Let's see. It was...
First session was the library, second session was the moonflower, third session was circus.
This was session 5.
You had 2 sessions in the circus?
So I think the last session we finished up the circus, because that was after I nuked.
But did you have 2 sessions of circus? Welcome
back,
Dark
Reindeer. I almost said reindeer because I saw your name, Dark Reindeer. Welcome. It wasn't a reindeer that I nuked. It was a magical unicorn rhino.
Yeah, it's in the unicorn family.
Oops. So we had to wrap that up, and then we went to the magical train station.
Yeah, but did you fight the unicorn thing and the Rock'em Sock'em robots in the same session? Or 2 different sessions?
No, we fought the Rock'em Sock'em robots in their own session. That was last week.
That was not last week.
Which Rock'em Sock'em robots are you talking about?
The dudes that were in the Ringmaster's office.
Oh, those guys. I thought you were referring to the thieves.
No, those were thieves.
Okay, well, they were also androids, so you could have been using
but a lot of things are androids.
Describe them.
I was thinking the guys that had the punchies on them.
Okay, no. That happened the same session, I believe.
That Gar took. So that was only session 4 you just did then.
Okay. It all makes sense now.
It does all make sense now. Okay, what is the build of the other kobolds? I don't like that. Yeah,
That's a good question.
We're gonna make...
So PCM. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Where are we gonna make?
I think we're gonna make him stockier in the end than I'm doing right now, but we'll see.
He is a pretty small guy.
He is a small guy.
I still picture Siamar as the smallest, but he's pretty close.
Yeah, but he's always on his Drake, so you can't tell.
He likes to be tall.
He does like to be tall.
He likes to be tall. But PCM, you were talking earlier about how you're trying to make the character look related to their parents. There's a lot of different features you can pull. You can pull eye shape, eye color.
I would 100%
one as well.
Mark
it's always like
down...
kind of a blending of the two parents, and you gotta decide which traits are going to be dominant.
I think there's 2 ways to do it. Yes, indeed, sips tea.
We do love our tea around here.
But I would say definitely, basically mark out the parent traits, right? What kind of hair does each of they have? What, what's their natural hair color? What's their natural hair texture?
Hair type, very important.
Yep. What is their eye color, eye shape, skin color?
Shape is also one.
That does depend on like your art style too, though. But nose shape, size, like facial proportions. You can, yeah. Or hot chocolate reindeer, or water. Be hydrated.
Ooh,
That's what it matters.
It's way too hot for that, but now I want it.
And then, basically, like mix and match. I will also say you can have a character look more like their parent, but not necessarily have an identical feature if their hairstyle is similar. Or you can go the opposite way, and if they have blonde curly hair, but it's from the dad who wears his hair short, but your character wears their hair long, it might not, one, be as curly because of weight, depending on your actual, like, level of curl. The longer your hair is, the less curly it gets. And, yeah, those sort of things.
Lots of different things to pull.
Aren't cats... Oh, you're saying 4 limbs including wings? I mean, that just sounds like a magic cat. Or, I feel like a lot of cats think they can fly.
My cat would definitely benefit from being able to fly. She doesn't like going up and down stairs, and she hates jumping on the couch.
No worries, Mason. We're happy you're here now.
No worries. Welcome, Mason.
We're talking about making characters related to their parents.
Yes.
That's something that I have a lot of fun doing for the Outcast characters. As you can see, Hotzen's father, and you can see Ferrix's mother, especially because I'm like when I start with only drawing like one parent, it can be fun, and like seeing like who, Dark Reindeer.
I was about to say Dark Reindeer.
Dark Reindeer.
You are right on the money.
You're in my head.
It exists.
Dark Reindeer. The This is not words that are happening. The campaign I am running right now just had a guy like this.
A teapot head person. He was amazing. His name was Mr. Darjeeling.
Yep. There he is.
Yeah, that's certainly one way of doing it, Mason. That spiky hair is a strong dominant gene.
Mm-hmm. But yes, exactly like that, Mason.
There he is, in all his glory.
How long would the
Tricked us into his realm.
You mean like how long would he last? Well, I don't really know his anatomy. And he's more of a teapot.
As far as we know, he was not pouring tea out of his head to serve to us. The tea was already on the table and in its own individual pots.
Exactly.
And Rico Reedy is just not going to think about stuff like that. Whether out of fear or ignorance, I'll leave it to you to decide.
Okay, Ori, tone it down. We're drawing straight poses.
Ori, these are thumbnails.
These are thumbnails for
Very
outfit
basic.
and body shape. Not having a whole fun time. Okay. I like him more filled out, but I think definitely having his chest be bigger than his legs for his build should be the way.
I feel like that makes sense, especially given what he does.
Yeah. He's riding though, so you know what I'm gonna look up? I'm gonna look up a jockey.
He does need those strong legs. I don't know if he needs thunder thighs.
I'm gonna look up
but
a
he's
jockey.
definitely got to be able to hold on.
I just want to see like a jockey body type. They're fairly top-heavy, it looks like.
Let's see if we can combine the two. So
They're
Dark
all
Reindeer,
sitting
what we're
scrunched up.
drawing are, well, what Ori's drawing, are the characters from our current Pathfinder session. So last week, she drew one of our table members' characters, CMR, and this week is Tricky Pick Rickson's turn,
But I'm
another table member of ours.
specifically following a course by an artist called CritBit, which I highly recommend looking them up. Their art is really, really good. They do a lot of like D&D, fantasy-related stuff. It's really good.
A lot of people, very cool stuff.
It's very cool. Highly, highly recommend them. And it's their character design course, and I'm sort of like, I'm watching the episodes and then sort of taking that information and sort of trying to do the stuff on stream, because otherwise I'll never find time, and then maybe you guys can learn along with me a little bit.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. Ooh, there's also something Dylan just sent me. There's people making a mystery game that's very Ace Attorney vibes with pixel art and stuff that just got a demo out. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. Detective, something detective. And then something. There's a lot of words in it. It is called something that is not showing me.
I'm not familiar with this one, so I can't help you.
It is called Detective Instinct, Farewell My Beloved, and the demo is for free on Steam if you want to see it, and it gives very Ace Attorney vibes. I'm definitely going to be looking out for it for the list. Thank you, Dark Reindeer.
Aw, thanks.
Definitely looking out on the list for future games to play.
Because once we finish the Ace Attorney series, we're gonna.
I mean, guys, we're in this streaming the fun games for the long haul. So even though it's gonna take us 80 bajillion years to finish all the Ace Attorney games, we ain't backing down.
Nope, we're in it for the long haul. Though Tricky Pick Rickson is a kobold, Mason, but it's gonna be Ori's interpretation of a kobold.
So this is how Pathfinder kobolds look. And I hate it. And D&D kobolds look more dog-like.
And said, "Thanks, I hate it."
But so yes, in Mason, I am inspiring myself more off raptors, so dinosaurs, to try and give it like a reptilian vibe. That's neither
Which,
of
if
the
you
things.
recognize it, means Ori's doing something right.
Yeah.
Kobold. Let me see. I think I have the keys needed to type this.
Yeah, you do.
Kobold. Yeah, guys, not sure if I mentioned it. My G key and my H key.
Usually it's another O. Kobold. Yeah.
Koboald.
Kobold. No,
really?
no A.
Okay.
No A.
No A? Ah,
Kobold.
Kobold. Wow, I hate
like that.
I hate that.
That's what Kuro is in Dungeon Meshi. Because kobolds, as Pastry Puff, I believe, will tell you, because he looked into it, is that they sort of deviated.
They're doggos.
They're doggos in Dungeon Meshi, but they're like lizard things and a lot of other things, and that's why the D&D kobolds are like dog lizards. Ooh, okay.
They tried to blend the two.
They did. Which
is
I think worked well.
It helps if I know how to spell.
She's the writer, guys. We're doomed.
I have autocorrect, which honestly,
did it work?
Oh my god. No, it never works on Twitch.
Interesting.
You think autocorrect is going to recognize kobold?
Honestly, I would not have been surprised if it did.
It did not.
It's fairly. That's like saying like it wouldn't recognize Zeus. You know what I'm saying?
Let me type kobold without any red, so.
So it recognized it.
But you're welcome for the kobold pun now. If you make a bald kobold.
Yeah, or a bold kobold.
Or a bold kobold. I'm saying that 10 times fast.
Okay, I'm liking this body shape a lot, actually.
This is really fun.
So, they have horns. I am gonna give him horns. I'm gonna give him, like, I'm gonna be inspired by the pickaxe for the horns. It's not a pickaxe, it's a war pick.
War pick.
Because his name is Tricky Pick. So I feel like
let's carry it through the design.
Leaning into that.
How far we can take it.
Is the way. Ooh, and his, like, front kind of looks like the hammer like that. So yeah, we're leaning hard.
Ooh, oh, I like that.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's gonna look amazing.
He is the pickaxe.
He really is. He is the tricky pick.
He is the tricky pick. Honestly, loving it. I'm loving it.
This is phenomenal. This all fell into place.
This all did fall into place. He needs to have some tail spikes. He can't leave it loose.
It can't be plain. He's a walking pick. He's got to have the danger equipment.
But they get pretty small before the end, I think. Just little ones. Hello, Chrissy.
Hello, Chrissy.
We're having a good time, honestly. This is going better than I could have hoped.
Yeah, this is working out beautifully. We got a pun name. We got a whole character coming together. This is awesome.
Why, thank you.
Ori is very talented.
Thank you. I've spent a long time to get here. Many years.
How many years?
Oh god, now you're gonna make me do math? Jesus.
Yes.
I've been out of college for 4 years. That hurts. Nearly 5 years.
Really?
Wow, pain.
Well, there you go. You just did math. Come on, I know you can do it.
Plus, in college for 4 years. Technically only 3.5. And then 2 years of high school there. So we're talking like 10 years at this point.
Dang.
Yeah, little characters. When's my birthday, Mason? It's the last day of this month. The 31st of August. It's also my doggie's birthday, and she'll be 17.
Holy crap, God bless that dog.
Oh, she's nuts. That dog, that dog, nothing can
going.
stop her. That dog is a deity. I don't know.
She's gonna outlive us all.
She really is at this point, like a parrot.
You know what? More power to her.
Oh yeah. Dancing queen indeed.
Mm-hmm. And like last year, we'll have the little birthday hats. We'll do a big celebration.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna give it like a funky nose, I think, a little bit.
Well, I gotta say, I really like the reference pic that had the nose ring in the
I
snout.
don't think
that
I'm gonna give him a nose
I don't
ring.
think he'd have that though.
But I am gonna give him like more of a slight dog nose to it than like.
I was gonna say, do you think he'd
just
have
lizard?
piercings?
The other question is ears.
Mm.
The other kobolds I have given ears, but it doesn't seem like these would. What about the hole like Sven has? The lizard
I can see
hole?
that. The lizard hole? Yeah,
Not really feeling it.
Nah,
Let's give it a mouth, though.
Yeah, that hole's not working.
Okay, I like the jagged mouth line, where it's not teeth yet. It is just...
Ooh, the suggestion of teeth, though.
Yeah, but it's like the mouth is more it. Okay, we're liking this. Honestly, this might just be the base, but we'll move off of it for other things. But I'm liking this.
Well, so the idea with CritBit's course is that you take a front-facing pose and then you switch it out with alternative outfits to find the one you
No,
like.
the idea is to redraw the whole character every time. Outfit and body type and shape and the whole thing to try and have as many variety as possible. So it would be like, this is one body shape, what outfit do I put on it? And the idea is that at the end, you then go and you pick your 3 favorite and you you can mix and match at that point. Oh, these are my favorite, but I really liked this one had a bandana, and you make like 3 bigger ones, basically refining it from the favorite things that you had before. And speaking of bandana, it's the vibe. So
He's a country boy.
He's a country boy.
He's always telling us about his Grammy.
Do we give him the little sprout? We'll leave it in.
Does he get a little hat?
No, it's too much going on the head. I'm not thinking a hat. He is a ranger, so some armor would be nice. I'm gonna bring in that picnic blanket as like, it's not a tabard. I don't remember what the side pieces are called. They're called something. But we'll give him like a big country belt. I feel like that's a vibe. And then we'll have it like sticking out. You know how in the armor it like comes over and out, kind of jaggedy. Yeah. We'll give it like that. Kind of jaggedy look here. And then this is the gingham. Nice. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Now, does he have a shirt or no? You know what? Just a vest.
How about, yeah. Let's go for it. No shirt.
Just a vest. A closed vest, though. I'm feeling the closed vest.
Oh, he's still a southern gentleman.
Like this. Like, ooh. Okay, I'm feeling this. Does he have armor? I don't know if he has. Now I gotta actually look at the character sheet to know if he has any armor on him or not. I don't actually know.
I think he has light armor, if I'm remembering correctly.
If he has light armor, then he needs some, like, leather stuff. Shush, roll 20. I do not care about your new shit. Thank you.
Yeah, Roll20 has just been accosting us with notifications like, hey, check out this new feature. Hey, check out this new feature. I'm like, go away.
We're probably going to be moving off of Roll20. It'll be nice to Foundry. I'm excited for it.
Damn, but Roll20 is our home.
Oh no, you're gonna fucking love Foundry. Foundry does way more math for you, Mars.
Oh shit. Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Roll20.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Now you're in it.
Friendship ended with Roll20.
No,
Foundry
he has
is
a
my
breastplate.
New bestie.
He has a breastplate.
Oh, I was way off. Okay.
So I guess I'll just give him the breastplate instead then. Because it does kind of have vest vibes, breastplates.
They do.
But we'll give him like, it'll come up the collar a little bit.
Armored vest.
Yeah. And then does he have sleeves now? No, we're gonna leave the sleeves off this one.
Scales.
Gonna leave the sleeves off this one.
On the shoulders?
We can do like some defined scales. And then some
My
scales
attempt to turn him into Milano.
around here. Well, he's definitely not having the Milano-esque scales. Okay. I think that's good.
This
There's
outfit
one.
is a vibe.
We like that. There he is. Now we gotta do another one.
Beautiful.
So now we gotta play around with different body shape, body type stuff, as well as outfit. So how do I want to do the next one? You know what? I'm gonna go...
I think we need an action pose next.
No, remember, we're not doing poses. We're doing the same basic-y pose because the idea is to focus on the body shape and outfit of the character right now.
And this is why I'm not an artist.
Well, I screwed it up the last time. So maybe we'll hopefully fix CMR. But so we're gonna copy.
He's perfect.
The same pose. Well, we're gonna basically put him in the same pose with all the outfits that I did. Because I like the outfits that I did, but the idea is just to make them more readable so that you can pick by base just the outfit. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this one more the way I have drawn kobolds in the past. My kobold preferred way.
This is Ori's brand of kobold, everybody.
I'm gonna fail to do it though, now that we said that. Okay. I still like the pointed back, like in-line horns a lot. I think I'm gonna keep that. Maybe I'll curve these a little more, like a pickaxe over a pick.
Ooh.
We'll give these a little more of a of a curve.
A little bit more
here.
of a dramatic.
Yeah, he's
going
longer.
on there.
He's longer here. Whoops.
Could argue more threatening.
Honestly, he's giving like goat vibes right now. So we're gonna give him a lot more stockier here.
I feel like once he has the rest of him, it'll look less goat.
Oh yeah. But we're gonna make him even more stockier here. Very Dorito shaped. I'm gonna have to make it small.
Gotta envision that Gallo triangle, you know?
Yeah, not as Gallo. I don't need him to be as snatched.
And we don't need the snatched waist.
Gallo is a bit too snatched for this. It makes... What it makes Gallo is Gallo would be a twunk until they snatched his waist so much. And I'm sorry, he's gone back into twink. I'm sorry. They snatched his... That boy could wear a glow stick necklace around his waist, okay?
He could.
Yes,
I'm looking
I
at
love
the
goats
poster
too,
now,
Chrissy.
and he really could.
It's small, man. It's as thin as Vash's ankles. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's just so teeny tiny.
Just so teeny tiny.
Nah, Tricky Pick needs some girth to him.
He needs to be chonk, a little chonk.
He's got that chunk.
Yeah. Now the question is, normal legs? No, we can't have a body like this.
Absolutely not.
Ori
No,
refuses.
No. We don't do normal legs in this house.
Not if I can help it, CMR. That's why he has heels sometimes. Heels force you to be closer to digigrade.
You know, I never thought about that. So if I wear heels, I have digigrade legs.
You're walking digitigrade, yeah. Because you're walking on your toes. If you put your weight...
I get to live my collar dreams!
So guys. So, you know, there's like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. Rickson, you need to fix this. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so you know how like a lot of people on the autism spectrum have the desire to like stand on their toes?
Yep.
You're just being the cool-legged boy that you were meant to be, but we're not allowed. We're trapped in this human plantigrade body. Sad.
Ugh.
Oh my god, okay.
We live in a society.
I'm gonna say some hot takes, okay? But I think our chat, I think the people we've curated in this community that are here for the weird and shenanigans that we get up to are gonna side with me, okay?
Why am I scared?
You shouldn't be scared, because you have sided with me in the past. So,
okay.
In specifically fantasy settings, where there are multiple kinds of, they call them races, they call them, you know, ancestries, whatever you want to call them, like elves and humans and all that sort of stuff, when you can be a lot of cool other things, humans are lame. Humans are boring.
Oh, yeah.
Why pick a human in my cool, fun fantasy world when I can be literally any fucking thing else? Literally anything else.
It's very true. Like, why? Why would you do it? That's
Why
why
does
I
it
went with
annoy your
strips. I was
mom,
like,
Mason?
I want to be a cool bird person.
And, yeah. Well, so now what I'm gonna say is that Dylan was thinking about making his character a human.
No!
And I was crying, sobbing, mauling, rolling around, shitting, pissing. I was so upset. I was so upset. And he was like, no, I have to be it for my build. And I was like, no, this is terrible. Because he needed certain feats.
Something better.
That he could have. And Mason? That sounds like a neutral thing, if I'm being honest. As long as you wash your hands before you go do food things, who cares? Running hands through hair is just lovely.
Oh.
Whether it's for stimming or not.
Soothing.
It's just nice.
Guys, I was
your
working
fingers
on my
through your
wig
hair.
for a convention this weekend today, and even just like cutting it, trimming it, combing it, I'm like, this is very relaxing.
I've gotten into like hair care a fair amount in the past few years, and so I don't wash my hair every day because you're not supposed to. You gotta keep the oils on it a little bit.
You do need some oils.
But when I do wash on a hair wash day, it's like, ooh, this is nice. But it means
like
that I'll never
pampering
go
yourself.
bald. I don't have the genetics for it, so it works out anyway. But it's nice. And my hair is so curly. It's like awesome. We love. We stan.
Nice.
Oh, so speaking on hair,
Yeah.
apparently there's this new place in the general vicinity of where we live, Mars. You know, that could be very far. It could be as far as where you plan to work.
I was about.
You know, but,
Okay.
close enough where it could be.
We're talking where we live, where I live.
Yeah, where you live. Yeah,
Okay.
where you live. Where my parents live. I still
There
call
we
it my
go.
house, but you know, I always have to correct myself. But in the general area over there, towards me, I believe, where I am currently residing, there is opened a new, like a hair care scalp spa.
Ooh.
And that's my birthday present. I'm very
That
excited.
sounds lovely.
It's like a hair
You gotta let me know
treatment
how that
thing?
is.
Oh, I'll totally tell you, yeah. But it's gonna be that, and of course a high tea at a place we haven't been to yet because it's over there by me in the other county. And so it's like, ooh, very exciting, very fun.
Even better.
So I'm very excited for this. I'll definitely tell you how it goes.
See, I'm just sitting here like I told my mom once I finished school, I was like, Mom, as soon as I'm done, I need to book a massage. Like,
Yes,
please.
do it.
Beat the last 2 years of grad school
Get
out
at
of
least
me.
an hour though.
I'm begging.
You want to make sure that you get at least an hour because anything shorter is just not enough.
It's also not worth the money because those things get freaking expensive.
They do. Yeah, I got myself, when I was working at the job before this one that was super stressful and I hated it so much, I was like, I have money because this job pays well, but I hate it and it's very stressful. So yeah, I got myself like a massage and facial thing and
Oh, the best.
so good.
Haven't had one of
so
those
good.
since high school.
So
I
good.
need.
Okay, why are your arms not being the right length, sir? We're just gonna tool it up here.
It's interesting. This guy is looking taller than the last one.
He is taller. He is certainly taller. But his legs are shorter. Does that make sense?
It does.
He has a
'Cause
longer
the
torso
is elongated. I
and
can see
tiny
it.
legs. So he's still stocky.
I got a big head and little arms.
He does. Yeah. You gotta... Shiatsu.
I imagine that line was just a little relatable, Chrissy.
Sometimes.
It do be that way.
Okay.
Ow. Oof.
I hate being the kind of art, and no, I don't actually hate it. Sometimes I get annoyed when I have to do exercises like this because I love this one. He's perfect. To try again.
Now you have to try again.
I gotta
you have
try
to do
again.
a new one. Per the procedure, you
I
must.
know.
The ringing of the bell commands you.
Pain, suffering. He's just so perfect. Okay. We're gonna give
Look
him.
at the boy. Hello, boy.
give him-
That's like the third time I've sung that this week. Why is this the one that resonates with me?
Sometimes that's just how it be. Okay.
Oh, amazing. I'm thinking some teeth might fix that. Ori.
Yep. Well, we don't. Yeah, he did look like a goat for a very long time. I am trying to beat the goat allegations here. And I think I'm succeeding. And then we're gonna sculpt his jaw a little more. Oh, we're gonna give him like the... I like that. Okay, we're actually gonna fix this a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Now we got a bit of a dragon head.
Yeah. Now we've
Oh, look at that mouth.
dragoned it up.
That's a good mouth. I like that one.
Okay.
Head of number 2. Body of number 1.
Yeah, beat the goat allegations. That's what we're doing.
I would say so.
I'm glad we're very
I'd say
quotable.
success.
Honestly, that was a goal in life.
Oh, absolutely.
I quote so many things. Being quotable myself.
The treasure trove of quotes that Pastry Puff has on us is
It's great.
staggering.
We
I go
have
through
like
those every now and then. And I'm like, wow, we're more quotable than.
Oh yeah,
ever.
Mars. Why don't you go into the Discord for our Pathfinder campaign and the quotes from our current campaign?
Happily. Let's see. Session quotes. Okay. So it started on July 13th. Our first one is "A hat killed my uncle" by Rickson. "A noose is also one size fits all" from CMR. "I will shoot any salad before I am close enough to eat it" also CMR. "It wasn't meant to be a stumper" the GM, Ori. "You are the next lock I shoot" CMR to Rickson. "Just don't sniff her too hard" CMR. A lot of these come from CMR.
Dylan's just very quotable. You guys know.
Oh, he's incredibly quotable, and he's very good at improv.
He is.
Incredibly good at improv. He understands the meaning of yes and.
And you've done it. Trauma outfits. Trauma outfits is
yes.
perfect, though.
Trauma outfits, trauma age, let's go.
Yeah. The trauma age of 9.
Ori,
Yes.
when I was watching The Elusive Samurai today, I realized that the main character is 9. So we got trauma age again!
We can't beat the trauma age allegations.
True!
Oh my god.
Every series makes the trauma age 9 years old. I also
really is.
rewatched Attack on Titan today with a friend, and I'm like, yep, Eren Yeager, the classic trauma age.
At 9?
Let me double check that. I want to be sure.
That would be nuts. I can't get past in Vox
old
Machina.
is
Vex
Eren
and Vax were 10.
series
So close. So close.
close.
Close enough.
Eren was 10!
Ah, how dare he!
As a 10-year-old, he was so close to trauma age.
I
he was
accept
so close.
9 and 10, if I'm being honest. Because it's honestly,
it's like on
such
that
a
cusp.
small range. 9
It's a
and
very
10?
slight difference.
Like, Jesus. If you were telling me, like, oh no, he was like 13, then it's like, this isn't as, like, viable of a data point. But those are so close, man. Okay, we're gonna give him...
I was also reminded what a fucking good show Attack on Titan is. Like, damn.
We're gonna give him the breastplate. And we're gonna do it kind of like a little more than I gave the other one. We're gonna have it. I think we have to have it. Oh, now I'm thinking about Dungeon Meshi. Jesus, let's not right now. No, I don't want it to be a crop top thing. Okay, there's a guy on, yeah, it looked too crop top. We can't have that. There's
He does not strike me as a crop top guy.
There's a YouTube Shorts guy, and a big thing that he does on his channel is like rate female fantasy armor drawn by artists and stuff. And you know, there's a lot of people in his comments that are like, you guys, you're just looking for the bad ones, you know, you're just, and he's like, 1, no, I'm not, but 2, let's look at this artist and how they draw both male and female fantasy art. Like, this is one post by the same artist, has a man and a woman in the same, like, armor set, right? And it's like, oh, the man's like, nope, he's fully covered, he even has the helmet on, it's all this sort of stuff. Woman, tits out, ass out, stomach out, everything's out, thighs out, you know, skies out, thighs out, all this shit. And it's like, yeah, this is rough, guys. Like, why are we doing this?
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
And then it was like, oh yeah, no, barbarian, you know, okay, yeah, he doesn't have like the full thing on. Let's just look at the back here. You know, his back basically fully exposed, he got some stripes, but that's expected from the archetype, the barbarian archetype. Let's look at the woman. The same, but her ass is out. Why is her ass out? Why does her ass have to be out? Why can't his ass be? Why is she wearing a battle thong? Like, yeah, Jesus. And Jesus
the
Christ.
dude's a battle thong.
That's a vibe, Mason. There's a part of me that's like, I want to be like one of the sexy characters at like a Comic-Con, and then the other part of me is that like, no, I don't. And then there's part of me is like, yes, but I want to be Link doing it specifically, so I want to cross-dress into
You
twink.
just want to be a
and
chaos
then wear a
gremlin?
dress. Yeah, it's just you gotta do the layers, right?
That is true.
That's the secret. I want to be.
What is your teacher?
Yep, really.
Also, chemistry teacher? Because I feel like the chemistry teachers are always insane.
I never do things on accident. Okay, I gotta tell you. So I have one teacher that I had for 3 out of 4 years in high school for math, and he's probably my favorite teacher ever. And I use his quotes in my everyday life constantly. The quotes from like they're ingrained in my head. All of these phrases from him, constantly use them all the time. They will never go away. Then I will say the other group of teachers that have really hilarious quotes are field research professors. And what do I mean by that? If you have a professor that specifically their main job is to go into the field and research their type of science, when they come back, they're insane. Let me give you an example.
You're just gonna be the most base person ever.
I took an earth science course because I wanted to, and I felt like it, and it was very fun. I don't regret. But with said earth science course had the earth science professor, and he was a field scientist. And one of his whole things is he was like, "Oh yes, this is the same school that Tom Cruise went to, and that just shows that it just proves that you too can grow up to be short." And then he's like, in like the syllabus day, he's like, "All right, don't fall asleep in my class. If you fall asleep in my class, I will wake you up. Not because I actually care about you sleeping in my class, but because one time someone died in my class and nobody tried to wake him up, and I don't want that to happen again." And I was like, what? Yeah, apparently someone like had a heart attack or something, and everybody just thought they were asleep and they died.
Oh my god!
Because they just looked like they were sleeping in class. And he's like, "So I will make you shake every neighbor awake." It's like, okay.
I can't say I blame him after that one.
No, really. And then we have this other way, and he's like, yeah, so one time I was at this like research group, and we were like looking at this dormant volcano, right? And we're up, and there's like a van, and it takes you like partway up the summit, and then you have to like walk up to the actual like caldera, like the crater of it, so you can like look in the volcano and do all this stuff. And so we did that, and it was like me and like 2 other Americans and like 3 Russians or something. And we had like finished looking at the crater at the top, and we were like, "All right, we're gonna head back to the van." And me and the Americans started heading back to the van, while the Russians were like, "No, we're gonna take a smoke break." And so they started smoking. Just as I and my compatriots got back to the van, the volcano erupted and the Russians died. We got away though. So that just proves that smoking kills, but not in the way that you think. Not always in the way that you think. It was like, all right, Jesus.
Wow. I swear, it was always the environmental teachers that just had the craziest stories, the craziest habits.
It's a good course, Mason. Have fun. Yeah, paste your.
You can at least be guaranteed you're gonna have a wacky professor, so at least some entertainment will be provided. Link is peak gender neutral design.
Yes. Link is peak gender. Can I have it? Thank you.
Him and Edward Elric. Can I have it? Can I have your gender?
Definitely not as much an Edward Elric gender person. There's a lot of cosplayers that I'm very like, let me have your gender. I'm trying to think of any other like specific characters. I would take what's his name from Given's gender that I got the haircut of.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
I would take his gender.
Not Hajime.
It's Haru, and I always...
It's Haru. Like, it did start... Because their names have to do with the season.
Like, there's Haruki, there's Haruki, there's too many
there's so many Harus in
that
anime.
I can never make
it's
right
so
which one it is.
Common.
There's Haru the rabbit, there's Haruhi from our high school, there's Haruki, there's like so many. There's too many.
There's a ton.
My brain just dies.
I just remember him as Pretty Boy from Given. There we go.
Yeah. He's pretty great gender. But
He's
basically,
phenomenal
anytime I
gender.
see like a non-binary person on the internet and they do like the shapeshifter shenanigans, is like, I don't want to have to learn makeup hard enough to do that. I'm gonna be honest.
Neither do I.
And if I'm being honest, my like outfit choice
I don't
is just
even want
pastel
to
all the
learn
time.
makeup for the glow up. Can I just wake up and bam, please?
I just want to be like, I want the clothes to make me like masculine or feminine, right? Like I don't want to have to try that hard. Can I have low effort gender, please?
Gender,
I want
come to
low
me,
effort gender.
come on.
Oh my god, so I'm going through, I don't know what pants to give him. This guy doesn't
good
have
question.
pants, does he? But I don't like that. I feel like this one would wear pants. So I'm gonna give him those.
He needs
But if
like
I give him-
trousers or something, or like the knee trouser.
Yeah, but if I give him like Patrick pants, I feel like it's weird without the boots.
No, not Patrick pants.
That's another good gender, Pastry Puff. That is another good
yeah,
gender.
that's a top tier one.
Both of the twins, just like outfit style. I need it.
I mean, we
Where
watched
do they
one of them
shop?
dress up as each other, so
But like, where do they shop?
confirmed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where do they get all those lovely pastel clothes? Okay, I just learned about a guy. I stumbled across this guy on the internet, and he does a lot of quilting. And I also learned that he sews his own button-down collared shirts. And I'm like,
No way.
I think I have to learn how to do this.
There's so much
okay.
to learn.
It's not that much to learn, if I'm being honest. I probably could do it if I just had a pattern. It would just be like altering it to fit me specifically. Because the problem is, I love collared button-down shirts, short sleeve, even like
She
sleeveless
really does.
with the collar, because you can wear enamel pins on the collar and you look epic and it's great and you can have such fun patterns and you look so cool and it's so nice and you can wear them for all seasons. And I love them. I wear one like a sweater vest over, it's great. However, all the women's ones are not big enough in the chest until they're too big in the everywhere else, and now I look kind of frumpy. And I do enjoy the men's ones, but it's hard. They don't always have like a small or a medium. And it's like, please. I have like 3 men's shirts, and they're my favorite shirts. Because they're all my vibe and pastel, and I got one just this past like couple months when I went away, and it's great. Enthuse, share the secrets.
You gotta share the secrets. You
Share
can't
the
just open up
secrets.
with that and
You
not
can't say
share.
these things and not share with the
That's
class.
illegal.
Did you bring enough to share with the class? Honestly, I will say, when I listen to like Ferrix as my voice, I'm like, okay, we're getting there.
I gotta
We
say,
have the
listening to
option.
myself as Larry, I'm like, wow,
This
okay.
is good shit.
I can
Comes
do
with a
this.
great cost. Oh no. You have to tell me. I need
Yes,
to know
we
if it's
are
worth it or
familiar
not.
with capitalism. Continue.
All right, we're gonna give him shorts because I don't know what else to give him right now, and that's all I got. But we're gonna give him cargo pants shorts.
That seems appropriate.
I feel like that's vibe enough.
Yeah.
And we're gonna give him a little bandana around the waist here.
He's gotta have that signature bandana somehow.
No, I don't like it. We're scrapping
Ah.
it. He will have like the flaps here. You have the testosterone hack, Enthuse. This is the problem. I get like 2. Get like 2 little hairs that are honestly more annoying than they're worth. Suddenly they're like an inch long, and it's like, where did you come from? Can you go away? Like you didn't exist yesterday. Where the fuck did you come from?
I was like, hi, hello, excuse me?
Yeah,
Who gave
really.
you permission?
Okay, now we're gonna try and go with one of the flatter head ones, like this one. And we're gonna lean more into the outfit that I was given as gospel. This is
This funky.
No, go ahead, Mars. I want you to do it so I can concentrate.
Ah, that sounds perfect. So this funky little character is Tricky Pick Rickson. This character is played by another member at our Pathfinder table.
It's Doug. You guys know him.
Yeah, you've met him before. We played Baldur's Gate together. Great guy. And he has an even more amazing character. Little Tricky Pick Rickson. He's got a southern theme. He likes to talk in country slang. And he is being thumbnailed tonight following CritBit's 6-step thumbnail process.
So it's not a
there's
process.
An official name for this.
It's just their character design course, and the first step of doing that for a character is making thumbnails, 6 thumbnails of the character, specifically trying to like figure out a shape and like an outfit sort of shape language vibe. And then basically the next step would be
Hollow Knight vibes.
picking like the 3 you like and ironing them out a little more.
Enthuse, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I think it actually is Enthuse, yes. I'm 99% sure that it is.
It would not be out of character. Oh, it's so good, Pastry Puff. And the soundtrack, even more beautiful. I have not beat that game, though. It is kicking my butt a little too hard, so...
I heard that Blue
I will just
tried
admire
to
the
play
soundtrack from afar.
and that he struggled really hard. And I'm like,
It's
if
hard.
Blue's having a bad time, I'm not gonna have a good time.
Ori, you're gonna have a rough time. It took me at least 18 tries to beat Hornet.
Yeah, so I just admire from afar.
And that was like 5 years ago, so I can only imagine how rusty I am now.
Ooh. What I was gonna say is that I'm doing a lot of editing, guys. I'm trying to slowly make my way through our stuff with our old PNG
The
Tuber
backlog
games.
needs to exist.
Not even that. I mean, I am doing that too. But I'm also trying to get out Tangled Tower and the Played Up compilation and a compilation for Paradise Killer. And it is very interesting to go through and listen to us Paradise Killer again. It's a lot of me going, and
Hey, love dies!
You play Hollow Knight the same play I play Pokemon?
I don't even know how that will work.
I'm not sure.
How does that work, Enthuse?
You EV train and then you trade it over to the same generation game and just bleep the whole thing?
That's really how that works.
I'm not sure how you could play Hollow Knight, a game
Hollow
that is
Knight,
very
you
much
get,
not like
badges
the
and
playstyle of
medals that can up your
Pokemon.
abilities and give you special talents, but Enthuse, please elaborate.
Oh, Pastry Puff. I don't know why
the
this
lore
came
is
to mind just now.
phenomenal.
I haven't managed to watch much of it, but there is a creator that is making basically a rewrite with animated storyboards and voice acting of Wish.
Oh!
And it's called like Alicia and the Starry Kingdom, something like that. And there's
Already
a fair
better
amount of it
name.
out. There's a fair amount of it out already. I have not seen it. Oh, you play it the same way by not playing it. I do play Pokemon!
But Ori, you confessed on stream that you don't play the new one right away until the next new one comes
Yeah,
out.
but I have played every single generation of Pokemon except
Jim
the
Crew.
newest one. Hello, Jim Crew. Alicia. and
Hollow Knight, I have played but not
The
beaten.
Kingdom of
Hades, I have
Starlight.
played but not beaten.
It's called
It's
Alicia
bad, guys.
and the Kingdom of Starlight, and it's by
Unfinished games.
it's called Pinky Machine Studios. It's two people, and they have a bunch of things out already for it. Starboy's in it. I really haven't gotten to watch a lot of it. It has like original music too. They sing.
Oh, that sounds so promising.
So I definitely, Pastry Puff, you should totally check it out if you haven't. I see, Enthuse. I see. They're gonna catch you when a new Hollow Knight comes out, and then you can't say this anymore.
Well, I gotta say, we've been waiting on Silk Song for quite a bit. I don't think we're getting it anytime soon.
And that's what Enthuse is saying. But Enthuse, you have a duty that when it has a release date, you must play it before it comes out.
I have not heard anything about Silk Song in like the last 3 years. I think the last time they dropped a trailer was 2019 or some shit.
If I'm being honest,
so long ago.
If I'm being honest, I prefer that, because to me that means they actually care about the game that they're making, and they actually are like trying to make a good game, instead of like putting it out with like
rushed game.
Exactly.
Like Scarlet and Violet, for instance. I want to play it. It's just the glitches pain me.
I don't think they happen that much anymore. I don't know.
They patched it?
I don't know. You think I pay attention to a game I'm not gonna play until they launch they announce the next one?
Well, they should have the patch out by then.
And the Z one doesn't matter. Hello, Sticky Art Shorts.
Hi, Sticky Art Shorts. Oh, we're getting all kinds of people in here tonight. Hello,
I'm having a fun time.
Oh, great party.
Okay, I already am not enjoying this motion very much. I don't like the head at all.
The head is really giving either Hollow Knight or Shovel Knight vibes.
I'm just not a fan.
It's interesting.
It's just not doing it.
It got another delay. Oh, man. Okay, so we'll see it in 2026 then.
Okay. Hey, there was info about it, though.
No, they didn't officially say that. I'm speculating.
Enthuse says that it was set to just do a release, though. So there was news about it.
There was news about it, but if
I'd rather it be delayed than be bad.
I'm just making shit up.
Oh, yeah. But we'd rather it be delayed than be bad.
That's very true. He's looking very lizardy here.
Yeah, this is definitely not my fave.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yep.
It's like the meme. Always draw him from the profile. Never look at him head on.
That's a big gumball thing. We're always at 3/4 view. Why? Because you never draw them at not 3/4 view. What do you mean? Look. This is not the stance he would have. Nope.
Wow, those are some long leggies.
I'm trying to make him not have long leggies. I'm trying to make him stubbier.
He's got them curves. Ooh, Head on Phineas is a good example. Head on Peppa Pig. Terrifying.
At least Bluey looks okay from the front.
Well, Bluey, they actually have episodes where they have to put them, like, front-facing.
Yeah, exactly.
So they know how to draw it.
I hate this one so much.
Yeah, this one's a little derp.
I made a try. We did not enjoy.
And you know, that happens. That's why we draw 6.
I'm still enamored by the first one, I gotta tell you.
The first one is very good. It's good food.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Mom, can we have Tricky Pickrickson? We have Tricky Pickrickson at home.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a little time and we're gonna try to save him a little bit, but I make no promises.
Yours is always forward-facing, Sticky? Well, you must have figured out the secret then. The trick.
For the pick? Usually you can stylize it good if you try real hard.
Ferb, I will say this, MP. Ferb is not as terrifying as
Ferb's okay.
Phineas. Ferb is a
okay.
rectangle. His works.
And he just has a square nose. He's okay. Phineas's eyes are wrong.
Yeah. It's just terrifying. Your sleep paralysis demon.
Okay. He's got something better than he had. And you know what? That means he's gonna be the cowboy one.
Yeah. He needs riding chaps. Then.
Yeah, he needs chaps. It's the pose. We're gonna make him even more cowboy-y. We're just gonna lean into it.
He's doing the Rango walk.
Yeah,
as
that's
he's
what I'm
going
saying.
Through the town.
I made him so stocky.
Bwop.
Sometimes it's just not meant to be, guys. Frog
This is how you
demon.
experiment. You find out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, he needs a big belt. He needs them chaps.
Gotta have them chaps.
Which I have to remember how they work. I think they work like
boots.
this. You know what? I'm specifically not gonna give him boots. His toesies will be sticking out.
That's a vibe.
He's a lizard boy.
This is Rango Rickson.
Yeah. Rankson.
Rangson. Phineas is more of a fish than Lotta. Lotta looks like a fish?
When she goes, ah, I guess.
I could kinda see it. I think there are more fish-looking people in Ace Attorney.
Who looks more like a fish?
I'd say Winston Payne is closer to a fish than Lotta.
Not sure. Okay. Then he's got the plate armor on him. But he has to have some like pauldron things going on because then he has the vest over it. Like this. And he's gotta have the
there we
sheriff's
go.
badge.
Why do I feel like Doug is gonna pick this one?
He's not because we ain't picking this one. He'll get a choice, but he only gets one. And you know what? And that's how we go.
Macrel, why am I forgetting this character?
He's the guy who got shot with, quote unquote, by Faraday, but not by Faraday in the last case we did. Reminiscence.
Ah! Yeah, I completely forgot his name.
Yeah. He was a red herring.
He was.
Okay, I made him very bird-like in the end.
There's something to work with that beak, though.
Again, it's better than it was. And then this is his big cowboy hat behind him. And he's got, like, the bolo tie holds for the hat. There he is.
Ah, beautiful.
Again, I found something with it. It's not good, but it's not what it was 30 seconds ago.
I can't see the vision, though.
Okay.
I can't see the vision.
What am I even gonna do now? I feel like I'm idea'd out. Let's try to make it, you know what? We're just gonna vibe. Let's try to make him really short.
Okay.
Like dwarf kobold short. Like really, really stocky.
Oh, I'm here for this. Let's
Okay,
try it.
we're gonna pick the head that I enjoyed, which is this very squarey one. Short snout, very square. I keep doing that. I keep starting it, whoops, on the wrong layer.
Ah!
It's okay, we're fixing it.
Give him a fedora. He would look dashing in a fedora.
Hmm. See, I really just don't want to put a hat on him because I really want his horns to stand out.
Hmm.
That's why.
Well,
that's why
ever
this
since
hat
had
was
that
like
brain
on the
blast
back.
with the horns looking like the pick itself.
Yeah.
It's just good.
Okay. Really stocky.
Could we do a version with a hat on his head and the horns are sticking through the hat?
We could. We'll try it with this one.
Like they have horn holes?
We're gonna just try and make him really stocky here.
Well, mission accomplished already.
We're trying, yeah. Little short legs. I gotta tilt him a little bit this way.
Little stump.
Little stump. I'll make him really, really squat. Really squat. I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Real squat like.
Really squat. Okay. And then he's gonna have a stubby of a tail.
This is a man that went to leg day.
Well, we gotta refine it because I'm not having.
Might need a booster seat to get onto Uli though.
Uli like helps him up.
Just noses him on with his muzzle.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me help you out, buddy. There you go.
Okay. You're not very centered, bro. Let me fix that for you.
Bro, why are you not centered?
There you
Be
go.
more chill.
Ah! Okay. Now the question is, but how stubby are his arms?
Does he have a big head and little arms? Is now the time?
Maybe now's the time. Thick indeed. A Rixen.
As the squat increases, so does the thick.
This is a thickson. This is a thicky thickson.
It really is.
So give him.
You pick Dixon coming through. Ah, the little stub tail. I love it.
Yeah, little stub tail. The question is, how long are his arms gonna be?
I have a big head and little arms.
I feel like here is good.
Ooh, that works.
And then we'll give him little stub horns. You know what? This is giving very cowboy, so we will give him the ox ring, nose ring.
Oh, nice.
And we'll beef out his chin there a little bit. We'll show off some fangs here.
Oh, there we go.
I like having that here. Okay, we turned him 3/4. That was not the intent, but that's where we got. Okay, this eye. You know what? He feels like he has his eye closed. Like Brock.
Yeah, you know?
Okay, so we wanted... Okay, cowboy hats, they kind of come up on the sides. Like that. Okay, I don't want the brim covering his eyes too much.
Gotta be careful, find that balance.
Okay, and then they kind of point like this in the middle. Okay, guys, can you tell that my father likes hats? Because Ori just drew a cowboy hat with no reference, and it kind of surprised me, if I'm being honest.
Ori knows how to draw hats.
Yep.
And slip into a southern accent on command.
Yeah, that's the easy part. Okay, we're gonna fix what I just ruined there. Stop.
That's the secret cap. I'm always southern.
I'm always southern. Technically, half of my dad's family is from the south. And my grandmother lives in the south, but she's originally from England. So she actually really has an English accent. Just a bit of one.
Lori tonight.
The Lori. Okay, I'm gonna add something back here. That looks good. I can't take this thing seriously. Sir Thickerson, the thickest the third, yes.
Oh, I missed that one. That's good.
Okay, he needs to have the little thingy out of side of his mouth here. That's just very important. Maybe at the maybe a little more like that. There we go. And then okay, this guy needs the bolo tie. I feel like that's the vibe here. The bolo tie.
He needs that bolo tie.
I want him to have rolled up sleeves.
He's giving me bullfighter vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, and I'm here for it.
But not like Matador, like American.
No,
how long can you last on the bull?
Roughhouses.
Rodeo. He gives rodeo vibes.
Thank you. That's
That's
it.
Rodeo champ vibes. Okay, he needs the big belt then. Big belts are for champions. Okay.
And he can carry it. I mean, look at those muscles.
And then, so this is armor outside of his thing. Okay, I'm gonna give him slightly longer of a tail just so you can see it.
Yeah. It's still a stump tail, but it's gotta be seen.
It definitely looks like this guy has a gun, but he doesn't. Okay. And you know what? He's just not wearing pants. He's a kobold. Who cares? Oh god.
Why does he have a belt?
It's for show. He won it. It's his trophy, Mars.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what to do next.
Wear a belt without pants.
I tried to do the flathead and I didn't like it.
Should we try a tall boy?
But he's not tall. He's short.
Tall, short?
So just thin? Stop making him
guess.
thick? There is a way. This is the one that I care about. This is the sole correct answer. There is no other correct answer. There's just taking some other bits and features I like about the other ones and adding them to this one. This one is the right one. There is no... You cannot... You're wrong.
Which one is Doug going to pick?
I don't give a shit. This is free art, guys. This is no one's paying Ori to do this. Ori will draw whatever the fuck Ori wants. This is where we're at. Ugh. I don't know what to do for the next ones.
I guess thin. That's the only thing I can think of.
I need 2 more. Okay, we're gonna attempt the flat face again.
All right.
But we're gonna do it
worth a try.
a little more straight on. We're gonna try. Can I do it? They're not posed. So Enthuse, I learned after the CMR one that I did it wrong and that they shouldn't have had defined
Dramatic
poses yet. That's like a future thing. It should have just been it should have just been for the shape and stuff and like outfit of the character. So they really should be fairly bland things. Pastry Pup, I will say, I have a lot more bias when it comes to, like, snooted characters, I think is the best way to say it. The second you make me draw the head not, like, relatively a human head, it is, 1, a lot harder for me personally. I just don't do it very often. 2, it's not super my personal preference. So 3, it's a very, like there's a lot more stylization that goes into it, right? Like, there's a lot more, as you can see with what's happening, variation on how one would draw said snooted head. And what that means to me is that it's like, so I should draw I'm gonna do the one that is most fun for me, most comfortable, and thus I don't care. Versus CMR, his general body shape is pretty on point originally, and I like it a lot. And so it was a lot more on the outfit and just kind of like ear orientation. And so, but as you can also probably notice if you were here last stream, it was a lot easier for me to get CMR into a random pose than it is for me to try and like really shove these body shapes very differently.
Gotta shove those body shapes.
Gotta shove them body shapes.
That's just how it goes.
Indeed. Okay. While I'm enjoying this much more, this is very not Rixon-y. It's too demure.
It's given Dragoncraft.
Yeah, it's too demure.
It's cute. I'm here for it.
But it's not Rixon.
But it's definitely not Rixon.
Okay, let's try to bring it into Rixon from here.
Too regal.
We're trying to bring it into Rixon. What if we square the face a little bit? Did I do it on the stupid layer again? I did!
Jawline. No!
It's an easy fix, it's just annoying.
Ah, there we go. Really define that jaw.
Really trying to give it... Ooh, okay. We've made it more masks suddenly.
Amazing, just a few lines can change that.
Yep. I wish I could sit here and tell you what I did, but if I'm being honest, this is a lot of vibe. I could probably... Okay, guys. By the way, most of what I do is on vibe first. It comes from somewhere, right? I'm not trying to say I'm like innately talented. That's not the point. I've watched a lot of tutorials, I've done a lot of things, and once upon a time they were purposeful, you know, with like incredible intent. But at this point now, the things that I do are definitely like, no, I just gotta do them. So a lot of explanations I will give are me trying to resuss out what I did and why.
Or he's basically trying to backtrack her process.
Yeah, I'm trying to reverse engineer what I did.
Honestly, that's kind of the same for writing as well. Because, like, try as you might, you could talk about foreshadowing and stuff like all day long. But unless it's like you're there in the moment, it's like, I don't know how I did this. I just started typing and then I edited and then it worked out.
But I think the way to sort of really define that is the fact that it's not that we're, you know, innately talented, right? You know, talent has such a connotation of being like you just picked it up and you went with it. No we
way.
Worked
it
for our craft.
Comes from years of doing this and practicing and honing the craft.
You know, looked into things, decided how to draw things, but after you get comfortable doing that sort of thing, then it's happening in a way where now you no longer think about it, and thus you don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to put it.
We've reached levels of competency, and now we're like, I don't know how we do, we just do.
I think that really plays into, like, not everyone is a good teacher. And that's something, this is very important. And this is something an artist I follow on YouTube did like a video on and stuff, but I think it's very important to just talk about in general. When you are learning things, specifically self-learning from the internet, from people who are quote-unquote professionals, but their profession is not teaching the thing that you are trying to learn, their profession is being the thing you want to be, right? So a professional artist is not a professional art teacher, right? Not every professional artist is a professional art teacher. And that means
are good at what they do.
That while you may be a professional, that doesn't mean that necessarily what they're teaching, how they're teaching is a good way of teaching and is not just, say, their method of doing things only. Now, that doesn't mean that doing, you know, learning from them is bad.
100%. Started making
Yeah.
it, had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
Yeah, that's a vibe. Now that's not an Aster vibe.
Surprisingly, no.
The cooking
He
is the
usually does
calming.
pretty well.
He gives more Soma in the kitchen vibes.
de-stress. Oh yeah, he.
Where
loves
this
cooking.
is the place I belong.
Yes. He's like, this is my home away from home. I am comfortable here. I can do what I like here.
Yeah.
Put Hotson in the kitchen though, and oh, game over, man.
Started cooking, had a breakdown, bon appetit.
Yep. That's him presenting his dish to Aster.
Yeah. And Aster looks concerned.
Hester's just like, Hotson, this is edible, right?
Were those purple berries okay? Said it. No!
Don't eat that!
No. It's started cooking, had a breakdown, bon appetit. Aster looks quizzically, goes to eat it. As he's like going to put the fork in his mouth, right? Sidit walks in. Guys, have you seen my insert very potent medicine herb here? No!
Aster, stop!
Who's the second best chef?
Second best chef in the Outcast crew? Yeah, I'd say Milano. Based on backstory, absolutely.
I think it goes Aster, Milano. I'd say Sidit and Ferrix are at the same level, but in different ways.
Sidit might be better than Ferrix.
But I think Ferrix is decent at baking.
I can see that, given his upbringing.
It's technical, right? It's technical.
Yeah.
And then Hotson is at the bottom because he really hasn't paid attention to that sort of thing. But Hotson would also pick up baking
any capacity.
But Hotson would also pick up baking better than cooking. Aster's good at both.
Absolutely.
Milano is very much the cooking, not the baking. Ferrix is
Milano's the one roasting over a spit grill fire.
Yeah, exactly. In the woods, making somehow being Senshi. He's basically like Senshi. He's roughing it.
He's being Senshi.
He's roughing it, but he's not baking. Hotson makes real. I don't know. I feel like Hotson is a he knows how to boil water because he's a science guy, but he would be on the show doesn't even know how to boil water, right?
He'd be on the worst cook show.
I think he gets a little. Oh my god! I've seen clips from that, and it pains me.
I have watched the show in its entirety, and it cracks me up.
I couldn't.
I especially love the person who's throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it's stuck.
In the environment that they're in. One, enthuse, yes. Two, I've also learned they can make pottery, so that's really fun. So that's like new things. Very fun. It's actually relatively easy to make wild clay pottery without a kiln. So they could do that as well.
On the island.
Yeah, so they definitely, to me that's a Senate thing, but they definitely do that. But it's more like Milano probably knew about it and he made like things, and Senate definitely would like sit down and do it. But yes, they can bake. Now, it would very much be a you sit there and you watch it the whole time kind of baking, and not a
you wouldn't be able to just
set a timer, walk away. Sure. Who's the second worst? Cooking-wise, it's Ferrix. Ferrix is worse of a cook, where Sinit's more of a cook, I would say. But Ferrix would be better at baking than Sinit.
100%.
That's the idea. But they're both not good.
Ferrix is not bad by any means. He could survive.
Yeah, both Sinit and Ferrix would be able to make food, but it would not be like, oh yes, I live for this food. It's like I can eat this, it's edible.
This is good to sustain myself.
Yeah, it's not poisoned or cooked in a health hazard way, It has salt and pepper, but, maybe every once in a while if they try to experiment too hard.
There is a reason why Hotson was eating raw berries on day 2 on the island.
Oh, yes.
Man can't
Pastry
cook to
Puff.
save his life.
I have drawn Aster in the Senshi outfit, and I've drawn Milano in the Leos outfit, and I've drawn Sinet and Ferrix in the Chilchuk outfit. Hotsun would have to be Marcel, without a question.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's very much... Milano is Leos, hands down. Aster is Senshi, hands down. Ferrix is Chilchuk more than Sinet is Chilchuk. Sinet just has Chilchuk aesthetics. That's why I drew him in the outfit. And then, the problem is Itsuzumi, because, like, Ferrix is not Itsuzumi in the way of, like, pickiness. He's not picky like that.
Not in pickiness, but he is a little bit of a chaos gremlin.
Yeah. But that's why it gives me, like, Chilchuk a little more. Chilchuk's at least a little more in it, and he cares and all this sort of stuff, you know? Itsuzumi's very much like, I'm a free spirit, don't time it down. Eh. And then Hotsun is very, very much Marcel, without question. It's really just Sinet doesn't fit exactly, and Itsuzumi doesn't fit exactly, you know?
Ah, such is life when your OCs don't fit quite right.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
the
is really
vibe.
fun to
There's
think about.
like, we talked about this on our AU stream over a year ago now, I think, whenever that was.
God, that was a
when we
while
talked
ago.
about AUs. But there's like two ways to go about like doing AUs, and one is it's these characters, but now it's our characters, right? So like, literally, like I put Hotsun in Vash. You know, Vash's outfit and Milano in Wolfwood's outfit, and they just go about and they do the you know, relatively same things, but in a Hotsun-y or Milano-y way, right? But then, oh, Pastry Puff, just wait. I think you relate much more.
It's
but-
coming up, don't you worry.
Oh, she's so good. But, what was my brain saying?
Talking about AUs.
Oh, and then the other option
There's
is
always,
more...
like a couple types of AUs where you either are like, okay, I'm gonna put these characters in this role and they're going to fulfill this role that was in this other story, or you carry over their personalities as well and fit them in that way.
Yes,
It's like,
Pastry Puff.
I did a talk on AUs like, God, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been a
No,
while.
I definitely talked about it at one
Yeah,
point.
we had an AU comic corner. We did. But what was I saying? And then the other way would be like more what we did with like there's another way where it's more what we were doing with the Ace Attorney AU, where they're not specifically trying to fit into the exact roles and scenarios of the characters, but they are characters in the world of, you know, Ace Attorney with the vibes. Like Milano is not trying to be Phoenix, but he is a defense attorney in the
But
world
he's
of...
filling that role while
Yeah.
still keeping his personality.
Yeah, but the intent is not to make him do the... And we're not trying to make him live through the Phoenix scenarios. He's having his own scenarios within the world of Ace Attorney, within the vibes of Ace
he gets
Attorney.
to have his own adventures.
And then the last
so
kind
that's
of...
like a specific type of AU where we took the set dressing and then adapted our
Yeah,
characters for
exactly.
it.
And then the last kind is sort of like the... This is a general concept, run with it. Like modern day, college, band,
You'd hire Defense
demon.
Club AU.
Well, to me, Cute Art Side Defense Clubs goes more with that Ace Attorney one, where it's like the world of a thing, right? And they're the characters. Versus Band AU is like, what does that? That could mean anything as long as it involves a band. You know, there's no
True.
there's no specific world it's set in. We still have to make the world, but it's just the premise of someone's in a band. Pirate Outcast AU. They are already pirates.
I feel like we got that already.
Oh, and then there's also like reverse AUs, I guess. You know, so like where it's the same
when,
world, it's the same thing,
characters are
but
in
the
a different
roles are
role.
different.
Like Hotsun would be the pirate and Milano would be the researcher.
Yeah. Or Milano's Avrit and Avrit's, you know, and his people are the
those
pirates
wild.
and that sort
Those
of thing.
are fun.
So it is very interesting. Oh, yeah. But exactly, Pastry Puff. That's what usually happens to me. It's like, ooh, I really like this thing, and we have Outcast. Shoink! Blip. There you go. Mush it all together.
Insert put it in, all good, all done.
I mean, that's what caused an art level up, so.
That is very true.
Yes.
We got an art upgrade thanks to Vash the Stampede.
I'm so excited, though. Mars has started doing fanfics again, and I always draw covers for them, so.
Yes! It feels really good to start doing fanfics.
I still have to do the one cover that I know what I want it to be, but I just haven't done it yet.
I'm getting a lot of comments on that one.
I know. I just need to. I'm probably gonna do that.
I gotta give people what they want.
It'll depend on what I manage to prep for comics sketching for tomorrow. But it looks like tomorrow might be easy, so I'll probably do it because I have like a really solid design and I really want to do it. Okay, guys, you guys gotta thank Dylan when you listen to him next week for getting Ori an iPad, because otherwise we would be behind on the comic. I'm not stressing about it because I have an iPad and I know that I have time, but like I haven't lined enough and this weekend's kind of busy for me, so it's like, nope.
It has helped.
It's okay.
So much.
Well, as long as I prep enough for the weekend, even though I'm sleeping over at my parents' house without my computer, I can still do sketches. And then next week when I would have been doing the sketches, I can do lines at home while still doing sketches from the iPad, and that's great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Pastry Puff. For our on High School Host Club AU with Outcast, Ferrex became both the twins. Yeah. Milano's Tamaki. I mean, he kind of has it all, and Hotsun being Haruhi also really works. But, Sinnet would definitely not be as baby as Honey is. But Aster is very modeled off of Mori-senpai.
Is very cute.
Yeah, it is. But, Aster is very based off Mori-senpai, so he fits very
already
easy.
kind of fit the role. Which, good for him.
Yeah, Pastry Puff, exactly. I really enjoyed one of my first fandoms, like internet fandoms, like true fandoms I was in, was Gravity Falls. And Reverse Falls was definitely an AU I was in. I drew Reverse Dipper and Reverse Mabel designs a lot.
Classic.
It was just so good. I didn't really care about the Pacifica and the Gideon reverse designs. I just cared about the Dipper and Mabel reverse designs because they were so fun. They were so cool, you know?
Ori's vibe is main character syndrome. Yes.
Yeah. There's very few times when I'm like not main character, but there's something recently I wasn't main character boy though. What have we watched recently?
Was it Mashley?
Yes, because while I do love MASH, okay? Oh, Finn is my favorite. I love Finn too much. Oh, Finn's the boy. Finn's the goat. But MASH is hilarious, don't get me wrong. But he's not my favorite. Is Kamina a main character? He is at the beginning.
I have not watched Hell's Paradise yet, Mason. I had to turn in homework to Ori earlier this week.
Yes, Mars has been behind on her assignments.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And Mars, if you want,
contingent.
Next week we could start our actual official book club with 1 chapter a week. I think is good. I know 20 pages isn't that long, but it's also not short. So I feel like I could. It's
not short. I figure 1 chapter a week. Is
one
fine.
chapter a week, and then even if it is short, at least we're chill about it. You know, we can have that.
Yeah, it's not a pressure thing. It's not a have-to thing. I feel like if we make it like a crazy thing we must keep up on, we're gonna lose interest.
Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be too hard.
Because books should be fun.
All of it should be fun.
Exactly.
Except when I force Mars to finally watch the shows. Guys, I don't know if I said, so Mars started watching The Elusive Samurai. And she had promised me that she would watch Futopi and catch up to me in... No. I just want to tell you how... I just want to say how it happened. And so she like... Oh, she's giving me like a voice message on Discord. And it opens with... so I tried out... you know, there's this summer anime or whatever it is that that everyone's talking about that I wanted to try out called The Elusive Samurai. I'm going to watch Futopi next. I just wanted to watch 1 episode. I did backstory. Because I very much was like, she's really starting another anime before watching the one we said we would watch together.
I knew you were going to think that!
She knew. So I died. I had to pause and like take a minute for the laughter. I was like, oh, she called me.
Like, hey, so I'm watching this anime. It's called The Elusive Samurai. It's a summer. I'm going to watch Fubutopia. I don't say anything. I'm gonna watch it immediately after this. Fubutopia was such a vibe though, and it gave me a very good ship. So.
Oh yeah, and she's on the fanfic.
Guys, the potential. Okay, so in this series, what happens? You have these two guys. One. He's a detective. He basically looks like he came right out of JoJo's. His name's Shotaro. He's great. He's awesome. Love him. Then you got his partner, Philip. He's amazing. He's great. I thought he was going to be super deadpan, super like, I'm down to business. I'm the straight guy to your craziness. No, he could be just as crazy
He's
too.
goofy
And we're
and
here
shit.
for
Yeah,
it.
it's good
We
time.
are here for the, hi, we have one brain cell between the two of us, and it's his turn with the brain cell.
And it's literally one brain cell between them because they fuse.
No, it's literally, exactly. They fuse. Now, what happens? Well, when they fuse, it's basically gem logic. They form one body. And what happens is Philip's consciousness, just his consciousness, goes into this fused version called Kamen Rider W. Shotaro's body, it just turns into Kamen Rider. He's good. He's ready to go.
He's
Philip
in the suit.
passes the fuck out.
Unconscious.
And his consciousness goes into the suit. His body is just left lying there. And I'm just sitting there like, of all the fanfictions I've read in this particular tag, in this particular series, none of them are taking advantage of unconscious Philip. You could do angst, you could do fluff, you could do wump. There's so many choices.
And Mars went, rolls up sleeve. Guess I'm gonna do this myself.
I was literally like, I gotta fulfill this niche. I gotta fulfill this niche because unconscious Philip with conscious soul Philip is too good. Like, you could have so much potential. I literally sent Ori 2 ideas, and one of them's like, here's this really cute idea. It's very short, it's very brief. Here's this long HD one that dives into their feelings and their traumas, and it's like, I think this is gonna be the one.
Yeah.
I think that one's the winner.
Yes, Pastry Puff.
It's too good.
But Mason, I totally get what you're saying. Mars and I have been reading the comicization of the Adventure Zone's first campaign. And
so good. I cannot believe the final
balance
book is going to come out.
Oh my god, I know. And so we
I'm not ready.
just recently did the second to last one come out, volume come out, and there's a whole scene, like a spread of this one character being completely naked. And I like went to Mars and I'm like, Mars, this is really good. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like he needed to be naked. Like it was important to the story. Like he had to be naked, but it's done in a really good, not weird, creepy, fan servicey way, but he's naked and it's good. And I'm like,
because they knew what to emphasize on that page, and it was the action. There were no close-ups, there were no still frames of like body parts or anything. It was literally just he has come back and he would naturally be naked in this moment, and we're gonna focus on the action that ensues from this decision. And it's like, yes, that's how it should be done.
And of course, being the people that the Megawaras are, they definitely joke about it and have like their little one-off bits, but it doesn't make the whole scene like weird. Yeah, MP, it's just, it's like, because it wasn't done as a gag, and it wasn't done as a fan service, right? It had specific narrative reasons that he had to be naked, and
it was perfect.
And so then having this whole scene where he has to do this fight sequence while being naked could have been done really bad, you know, like it could have been done or even just kind of mediocrely, right? Like it could have been just kind of but they made it like very, very part of it without making it feel weird or awkward or like just a joke, right? Like, it was still intense as it needed to be. It was just really well. Really good.
It was done amazingly. Once I read that scene, I was like, okay,
She was like,
Ori,
oh,
see
Ori, I get
you
what you're
talking
saying.
about. I get it. This makes perfect sense.
And it was all, you know, like censored, like environmentally censored, right? You know, so there wasn't like a like a big black bar or anything.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but perfectly done to still emphasize that, yep, it's wild, he's fighting naked right now, but not in like a, oh, you look at that, you know, or not in like, oh, you know, it was just done very well.
It was brilliant.
Okay, similar
good.
things. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures scarred Dylan and I. Specifically,
Really?
Stardust Crusaders, yes. From the Polnareff Baby episode.
Oh, God, that one.
The Baby episode, don't watch it, don't look it up. It's horrific and horrible and terrible and bleh. Bad time all around. Rest of the thing,
Baby episode
normal
was
JoJo.
Disgusting.
Polnareff Baby episode, just absolutely horrific and terrible.
I did not need any of that.
Nobody
in my
needed
life.
it. Yeah, enthuse. Okay, now I'm watching Mashley Magic and Muscles with Dylan, and there's a
scene where they turn to babies.
portion. Yes, there's a portion, a small portion, not an entire episode, of one episode where two of the characters are turned into babies, and the enemy turning them into babies is very like weird and creepy, but not in like a sussy child enjoying way. He's like, I'm weak, but I can take candy from a baby, so all my enemies will be babies. And he looks kind of creepy, but he's evil, so you know, it's kind of par for the course. But Dylan, the second that the first character turned into a baby, Dylan was like having Vietnam flashbacks. Like he was like, oh no, I'm like, Dylan, it's done very well. And
He's
the two
literally standing there like, that's it, I'm out, game over, man, game over.
Yeah. And the two things that they did, oh no, Mason, you looked up Polnareff Baby. Oh, terrible.
Mason,
the
why?
things that Mashley did right. The characters, both completely clothed the entire time. The
it
characters,
makes a hell of a difference.
They're still like relatively they're cognizant of what's happened, but it's that classic like dog squirrel, you know, sort of vibe where there's like the baby rattle and they're like, oh, real, you know, and they're like, yay, and they're crawling around. And what I think is absolutely hilarious is that the two characters that are turned into babies, they go like babu 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 babu,
yes!
And then they have like little text where we know what they're saying, but they don't know what each other's are saying because they're speaking baby to themselves. But it is just the character's voice actor. So the one character has a relatively deep voice, so he's just like babu 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 babu. It's so funny.
That's way
so
better.
Good. Pastry Puff, don't look it up. But basically, I'm going to describe it. There is a man, and he's already a creepy guy in the context of everything. He's very, like, womanizer. He's definitely like, the ladies. We already not a fan of him. Okay?
Are we talking about Polnareff?
Yes, we're talking about Polnareff.
Okay.
There's, I believe, a stand of an evil villain, right? That turns him into a child. Into a toddler, basically. However, not only is it that, he's still inside his head a fully grown man, and he is butt-ass naked because his clothes were too big, and he just fell out of the clothes. And he literally, the whole arc is a woman finds this lost toddler, right? Like barely like able to walk level toddler, right? And she's obviously like, oh my god, like a lost baby, let me help. And he's being real creepy about it the whole time.
Unnecessarily creepy.
And it is the whole episode is this. It's not part of an episode. It is an entire episode.
It is the entire episode.
It is the entire episode. And he is naked the whole time.
And they don't do the thing where there's, strategic smoke everywhere.
No.
No.
He is
there's a little
on
thingy drawn.
naked the whole time.
Was like, why?
Now, The very last scene is funny, but it has nothing to do with Polnareff
It was not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I want to tell you the last scene.
The one gag
and the
at
last
the end
scene,
is great.
the last scene is that the stand user goes and turns the main character Jotaro into like he's
kid,
like a preteen. He's young, maybe like 8,
Yeah.
something like that. He's young, okay?
He's along
And he's
those
like,
lines.
ha ha ha, I returned you to an age where you didn't have your stand. You're not powerful. However, at the very beginning, Jotaro is in jail for being a fucking ass delinquent where he's just like getting into fistfights and beating people up. So he just punches the guy in the face. And that is good, but
And
it's
little baby
not
Jotaro
worth
goes,
the whole episode.
Yada yada does it.
Yeah. Oh,
That
the woman
was
gives him a
great.
bath?
I
Okay.
did not need the whole episode.
Makes it
attached
worse,
to it.
Enthuse. Makes it worse.
Yeah. No, she did give him a bath, and it was bad.
Yeah, but she treats him like a small
Like a kid.
toddler child, which is not a problem if he literally wasn't a grown-ass man on the inside.
Yeah. That's a pretty big issue.
Yeah, versus in the Mash Lee episode, their whole thing is, oh shit, we're literally going to be killed now because our magic is baby magic and we can't communicate with each other and there's nobody else to help us. What the fuck do we do? But they're all just going, babu, 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 babu. And then someone throws a rattle and they're like, ooh, rattle, rattle, rattle. And then there's this explosion behind them and they get tossed and they're like, yeah! And this, and it happens for one
Some very passionate voice
scene
acting.
of the episode. It is not the main thing. It doesn't go on for very long. They resolve it fairly quickly. Done.
It sounds
Baby
hilarious.
episode done. It is hilarious. The next one, Mars.
Okay, it's on my list.
It's very funny. It's a 2-part fucking dudes. I've blocked it out real hard then.
Wow, I have suppressed that
I've
memory.
blocked that one out really hard. Wow.
I just don't want that one anymore.
No.
You can keep it.
I
don't
blocked
want
that one
it.
out really hard. Dragon Ball Z moment, Jesus. Yeah, we
There are
blocked.
some tropes we don't need, like the self-aware baby. Don't need
Self-aware
it.
baby is good when done right. Self-aware baby to be
When
a
done
continued
right.
creep is horrible.
It's the worst. It's like, why? Why did you do this to us? Why can't we have nice things?
Terrible trope. Maybe because now you're like weak and helpless and it's like dire and you're aware? Fine. Erased? He's a child the whole time, but he knows
Yeah.
what's going on. But his focus is to stop the murders, so it's okay. Ugh. Okay, but at least
Struggle is very
it's
real.
like adult stuff enthused. That's just like par for the course JoJo shit, the other bit, right? It's too much is all I'm saying. There is too much baby Polnareff. It's just all bad. Again,
I don't know.
enthused.
JoJo's is very weird about their babies, because there was another episode in that Stardust Crusaders arc where they had an evil baby, and that one was not
That
my
was
cup
weird
of tea
too.
either.
That was weird too. No, I gotta say, Stardust Crusaders was the last JoJo's I watched. I was kind of done. One, that entire one is pretty weird. Two, I don't like Josuke's hair, and I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too
Or
much of
to
a plot
literally
point.
avoid an entire show due to design choices.
Hey, season 1, fine. Season 2, amazing, fantastic, I love it, it's great. It obviously is very anime, but that's, like, you know, you deal with it. It's whatever. I think overall, Joseph is a funny guy in season 2. Season 3, Joseph made me sad, and Jotaro is not my
Season
favorite,
3,
even though
Joseph
he's ace,
was a
but it's okay.
friggin' walking punching bag.
Stardust
and
Crusades is the
comic
worst
relief.
season of JoJo.
I don't know if I'd
I
go
think
that
2
far.
is my favorite, and you can pry that from my cold dead hands. Joseph is my favorite. Love Caesar. Rest in
I gotta
peace.
say, I really liked 5, if only because of the cast. Like, they felt very interesting. They were very engaging for me. Season 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, I got so bored. Like, I think the problem was I was just watching too much JoJo's back to back, and I got really sick of the formula where it was like, oh my god, stop talking and kill the bad guy. He's doing talk no jutsu and it's driving me crazy.
I've only seen 3 seasons in Tuzus. So, unless you think Phantom Blood is better than whatever Bloody No, that's the name of the opening,
that's
isn't it?
That's the name of the song.
Yeah. What's the second season called?
Okay, we got original...
Phantom Blood, and then something, and then Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders...
Diamond is Unbreakable.
Battle Tendency!
Battle Tendency. Okay,
that was it.
Out of Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, and Stardust Crusaders. Battle Tendency is the best one, okay? And that's all the JoJo I've seen. And if I'm being honest, that's all the JoJo I'll ever see. It got too much for me. There's too much. Same thing happened with My Hero Academia. I was watching it, and I don't know. I only have room in my life for one really long show, and that's Fairy Tail. And I accept that. If it goes on too long, I don't think so, Mason.
I don't think so. It's
fairly available.
Jonathan Dio arc.
Is it?
That's the first thing that ever happens.
I also bet it's on the Crunchyroll app. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
I'm pretty sure.
But it's definitely easy to find. Oh, the Phantom Blood OVA.
Oh, the OVA.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Okay, that's a different thing.
Not the whole season. I was like, Jesus, what? No.
I'm like, I know I definitely watched it. Pretty sure.
I know I watched it. It's on the site we use, Mars. Easy. Yeah, and it's on,
It's on the other site.
It's on JoJo. It's on Crunchyroll.
I'd be very surprised if it weren't.
That's what I'd say.
Huh, the more you know. Yeah, Jonathan was good. He was a good starter character, but
he's just bland compared.
I could not see him carrying an entire show.
Yeah, he's just bland
there's just
compared.
Not a lot going on there.
No.
Unless they did something really wild with him, there's just not a lot to work with.
I didn't dislike
Joseph was a great
Phantom
mix
Blood.
of main character syndrome and comic relief. He really just had it all. Jotaro was fun. I did like his pissed off attitude. His was good. Just okay, here's why I got so annoyed at Diamond is Unbreakable. And I think it's because I was catching on to JoJo's game way too much. In that I was starting to realize, okay, here's what they do. They love to drop a character's backstory right before this character dies. Now, this is not something they ever stopped doing. But the moment I thought it got a little egregious, in my opinion, there was one character. I don't remember his name, but he's like this super stout character. He's kind of drawn ugly. He's introduced as an enemy for Josuke and his buddy to fight. And this guy's all about like stealing money, getting rich and stuff like that. But after they beat him, he apparently, and I watched this years ago, so if I'm wrong, please correct me. But from what I remember, he kind of sort of supposedly got assimilated into the friend group. Now, this was said. I can't remember if this was ever shown, though. So, spoiler alerts for Diamond is Unbreakable. Basically, what ends up happening, there's a stand user going around. He's evil, he's bad, and his stand, to the best of my ability, my best recollection, makes people blow up. So this guy,
straightforward,
who has been introduced like as an asshole and a really unlikable character, is suddenly like, I have to warn my best friends, I have to do this, I have to do that. And I don't know why this pissed me off so much, but I immediately got so mad because I was like, no, you don't get to do that. This character who has been nothing but an asshole, nothing but an antagonist, nothing but selfish, you do not get to try to make the audience feel bad for this pathetic little whelp. I was just so mad because I could feel the emotional manipulation coming through my screen. And I was like, no, absolutely not. We're not doing this. Shigechi! Thank you! Thank you! That was his name. I was like, what was his name? Shindo Shiga something. Shigechi. That was it.
He's a literal middle schooler?
I don't know. I just know in that moment, and again, I watched this back in undergrad college. Maybe if I watched it now, I'd change my mind. I just remember being very mad at that scene and being very like, no, I'm not falling for this. This is actually pissing me off. And I don't care that this character is going to die when he's been nothing but an asshole the whole time. Like, if I remember correctly, they also tried to do this thing like as he's crawling to Josuke to like warn him and stuff. He's also going on about his mom, who we've never seen, we don't care about. We don't know much about this character, so why should we care about him? But he's suddenly like, I must protect my mom. I must do this. I must do this. Like he is acting.
This happened in something we had
so
talked
out
about
of character
recently.
too. And I'm just like, this feels like it's pulling a cheap emotional moment, and we do not stand. Again, maybe if I watched it again with the knowledge I have nowadays,
Hello, Kelly.
I would accept this scene a lot more, but back then I was just not there for it. So I had taken a break from, not Battle Tendency, I took a break from Diamond is Unbreakable for a while. I think I came back 2 months later because that was when the season wrapped up. And then by the time I got to the end game of the season, I was like, oh my god, fucking kill the bad guy. He's right there. Why does he keep getting wet? If you just stop talking, like, he's right fucking there. And I'm not gonna say that it's only Diamond is Unbreakable that's doing this. Golden Wind, which I honestly really enjoyed because of the side characters. Once the side characters started to die off and it focused mainly on the main conflict, that's when I started losing interest and started looking at my watch like, okay, how long is the episode? Are we at the end yet? Oh my god, he's still fucking talking!
A villain?
Listen, I can handle Talk no Jutsu, but when Talk no Jutsu is like 5 feet away from being killed, and we got 3 more episodes before he actually dies, that's when I'm starting to get a little annoyed.
In a way, Kelly, I would say Zaref. His goal originally is that, but he kind of got cursed and shit, so there's a lot of other stuff going on. Now, I guess Robin Hood is never painted as a villain to the actual people who care, but that's literally the Robin Hood thing, is doing that.
Kelly, I think I could think of an example. Spoilers for Attack on Titan. I'm gonna go with Reiner Braun and Berthold Hoover. Not in the sense that they stole someone's kitty, but they definitely caused a lot of lives to be lost. But they also thought they were doing it for a
The need of the many
good.
bug outweigh the few.
That they do.
If anybody gets that, you're my hero.
See, I don't remember that, Enthuse. A 2-parter sequel prequel? Did I watch that? I have...
Golden Wind is Giorno, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Giorno, and that's the one I enjoyed because of the side character. I gotta say, I was there for the side
Well,
character.
the sequel
They
prequel
were
isn't
funny,
important at
they
all,
were
so it doesn't matter.
Entertaining? I guess not. But I got so burned out. And I tried watching Stone Ocean. I gotta say, they almost suckered me back in because I was like, yes, we finally have a female JoJo. We got a really cool opening that's kick-ass. The visuals look great. I started watching and I completely lost interest. I don't even know why. Maybe I just hit burnout with JoJo's Bizarre
I think that there's
Adventures.
a
I can't return to it. I tried.
Pastry Puff does say, like, when you get on top of like the formula, it can reduce it, like, and take the joy out of it. And I think that has to do with how well the rest of it holds up. Right.
JoJo's is incredibly formulaic.
But it's like think about like
formulaic.
I think that the problem is when you have a show that is formulaic and it has the potential and it seems like it has the desire to be more, and then it's not.
That's when it gets the most frustrating.
That's when the problem comes in, because it's like when you look at something like, say, Kim Possible, right? Very formulaic. She goes, she has her deal, you know, sometimes there's a B plot thing going on, and you have, like, she fights the villain, very classic, like, oh, the monologues, whatever. Now, it does hold up very well because the banter is always good and always on point and really, really fun.
Oh, it's
you know,
phenomenal.
it is a little different every time. They do grow as people. They, like, every season is another year of high school, so that is fun. You know, they do have, like, story-driven, you know, arcs and things like that, but overall it's very formulaic. Now, why does that matter? Because Kim Possible doesn't sit there trying to be this big overarching thing with a ton of stuff going on, right? It has its moments, it has its like movie specials that do progress the plot and thankfully do stick. If they didn't stick, that would make a lot more. But now look at Ladybug, right? Miraculous Ladybug. Everybody's very upset about that, and I think it's solely not because it's Monster of the Week, but because it's Monster of the Week that really, really, really wants to not be Monster of the Week. And it's rough, right? When in Kim Possible, you have the mean girl Bonnie, right? We never have true Bonnie character growth within an episode. By the end of the episode, she still immediately reverts that to, yeah, but I'm still the better cheerleader than you, Kim. Or, yeah, but I'm still dating Brad. But in the episode, right, we don't get a, oh, I found more, you know, resolve. I'm not going to be so mean anymore. Like, thank you, Kim. You know, now we're best friends. And then the next episode, she's a mean girl again. That's what happens in Miraculous. Right? You have Chloe get taught like a lesson. Miraculous. And it's definitely very much painted as she taught a lesson in that episode. And it looks like there's character growth. And then there's not.
That's disappointing.
This is the problem. Right? Formulas work, but formulas work if you accept that you're within confines of a formula. You know what I'm saying?
I think you gotta manage expectations too.
No,
like,
exactly, Pastry
Puff.
Puff.
Hoping for character development, if people are hoping like, okay, there's going to be a change, like we're going to see like maybe an Amity kind of change where she started out as the mean girl, but then she like slowly comes over to the good guy side and starts to become friends. If people are hoping for that and don't get what they want, then yeah, you're gonna end up with a pretty pissed off fan base, especially if you're setting it up in this sense, like what you're saying. It sounds like
that's the problem.
It up where they're saying, no, guys, she learned this lesson, and then the next episode, the writers are like, haha, what lesson?
No, that's exactly what it is. Because Pastry Puff, it really feels bad with Chloe, but when you talk about Bonnie in Kim Possible, I don't give a shit about her being a better person. That's never the point. That's never
She's
the
never
whole thing.
presented as having that character growth.
No, the closest you get is her and Kim are like stuck together for like, you know, that classic trope for Day with like, you know, and they have to like work together.
They get along with your bully trope.
Yeah, and they both gain like they butt heads for a very, very long time. And at the very end, they gain this like mild level of respect for each other, but the second that they're separated, Bonnie's like, bye, bitch, you know, like, fuck off, I don't care, Brad, come here. And it's like, yes, that is a return. That is a return, but it's within the same episode. I find that very important to show that it comes full circle in the same episode. Because if you leave off in a show that's meant to be, you can pick up at any episode and understand what's going on.
Dash.
Yeah.
Like there's never that change. And you're never expecting a change because you know, like, not a good person.
Well, there was that, and Pastry Puff, there's something about how, like, it got shoehorned into being a kid show when it wasn't meant to be originally, you know, and there's just, there's a lot of production problems that have unfortunately occurred with Miraculous in something that is a very interesting premise and that has inspired a lot of people, but, you know, it's one of those shows that, like, has gone on too long. You know what I'm saying?
The seasonal run.
I think the other thing that Kim Possible has better...
can truly ruin a show.
I think the other thing that Kim Possible has better in Monster of the Week vibes than Miraculous does is the fact that they have an overarching big bad evil guy with Hawkmoth. Hawkmoth is controlling everything. Hawkmoth is the big guy, you know, in the room that we need to take down. There's a target. Kim is fighting multiple villains all the time. It's not Draken sending villains to go get Kim, and if we kill, you know, if we get Draken, everybody's fine. No, there's more villains all the time. There's even new ones every once in a while that don't come back a lot, you know, but there's new ones every time. It's not somebody pulling the strings all the time. Yes, I've heard about that, Pastry Puff. I've heard about that.
I'm excited to see where that leads.
There's also somebody on Tumblr that's been going for many years that does like a what if Chloe was Ladybug and Marinette was the Bee Miraculous and all this sort of stuff. An interesting sort of take. There's a lot of people like, of course, set up...
Wild.
See, and now, okay. This is an interesting thing about redesigns, right? I don't have an innate problem with redesigns as a concept. I think it's very fun to be able to be like, oh, let's reimagine this character in my style with the vibe that I think is cool. You know, whatever. That's fine. I think the problem just comes when it's like, no, this is the better way to do it. And the sole reason I say stuff like that is animation is very finicky. And I understand that, well, it's kind of disappointing that Marinette's suit is just a red spandex suit with spots. I understand why it's just a red spandex suit with spots, right? Like, there's a whole thing about budget and animating and things like that. So it's like, oh, there's a lovely, you know, something that came onto my feed like recently that got big for a while there was people redesigning the main 6 from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And that's great and fun, and a lot of them are really pretty and really cool, but it's like, you would never animate that. There's too much stuff going on, right? Like, there's too much things. And I think that's a fine line you have to figure out how to walk, is simple but interesting, right? The Outcast characters definitely aren't as simple as they could be, but I did prefer having a little more than a little less, and I accepted that that would be a thing that I would have to deal with for the rest of time. And they did lose little doodads from their very original design. Not all of them, but like Hosen and Milano had other little like embellishments and stuff that they never ended up having.
Oh, they used to have
because
a
it's
ton
just a
of
lot.
stuff.
It's just a lot.
But we would have driven ourselves crazy trying to draw, color, line,
Yeah,
do it all.
exactly. So much stuff. So it is just like a trade-off there. I mean, when you're doing rig animation, you can't have like stripes in joint places because they'll be weird when the joint moves. You know, so there's like a lot of like line up things you gotta do. And it's a very interesting process to like look into. But so it's like redesigns are very fun, but I can very much sadly understand why the miraculous holder costumes are kind of lackluster. And you would definitely have to get into a lot more in order to make them like a way that would both work animated wise. And another thing, that's something I want to do eventually on this during making time, is taking like the character design and then like simplifying it and simplifying it again. That was like a little exercise I had seen someone do, and it was like you take a character design and then you try to like simplify it down, and then you try to simplify it down again, and then that's the one you'll draw repeatedly. Another thing that I highly recommend, that a lot of people do recommend, is if you design a character, try to draw them a lot and then sometimes from memory before you actually finalize their design, because the things that you forget are the things that aren't important and you should leave out.
That's a really good tip.
You know, now I will say this is not always feasible because of how a webcomic works. A lot of that is done on the fly for us personally. Milano and Hotson and Ferrix and Sinnit and Aster definitely settled over time into what they are now. But in an ideal world, you would sort of give that time originally. And yeah, that's how it is.
It's a very fascinating process.
It's very interesting. This is too big.
The line.
Man.
Oh, you know what, Enthuse? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did see those last 2 episodes of Golden Wind. Because I remember starting to watch it and then being like, wait a second, is this before? No! Why can't I just get the ending? So I think I skipped those.
One enthuse. That's a crazy statement. The second sentence of that. No, I have no idea at all about it.
Not a clue. Like I said, I tried watching Stone Ocean. I gave up around episode 6.
I dropped JoJo
was not holding my attention
hard after season 3. It was season 3 and I literally saw nothing. I know some of the character, like I know the main JoJo character designs, but that's about it. Like I know, like I could pick out like, you know, Jolene as a, like in a lineup, Josuke, Giorno, you know, the weird, like, other alternate universe ones that I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
One's like a sailor.
Johnny,
yeah, I don't know. One's like a sailor, and then one's like, I don't know. They're weird.
Those ones are interesting.
I hear that a lot in dudes, that the mangas
wonder if just
are better.
Picking that up and starting from there would be better. Because it's like, if it's alternate universe, then it's almost like going in fresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just starting a new
to
series.
me, JoJo's is one of those things that should have ended.
Oh, I'm very curious to hear why you think that, Enthuse. Do you think they released it too quickly, or they didn't advertise it well?
I am very curious.
It's interesting going back to see what holds up and what doesn't. Like, I'm only thinking along this train of mind because I was watching Attack on Titan earlier today with a friend. And she was like, I want to watch the classics, like help me get through them. So we've been watching like Death Note, Code Geass is on the list soon, but she wanted to watch Attack on Titan first. She had the choice between Attack on Titan and Soul Eater, and she was like, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's do Attack on Titan.
I love Soul Eater. Picked Attack on Titan over Soul Eater.
Well, I did warn her Attack on Titan is a little heavier, so she said, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's save Soul Eater for another day. So
my boy Soul, and okay, I'm sorry. One thing about Soul Eater, I love that they give representation to both fan services.
Yes.
They fixed their mistake. I'm just very happy they fixed the mistake. They knew it. They knew it was wrong.
Perfect.
And I'm very proud of them.
I will
Weird
say, though,
enthuse. Can you
Attack on Titan held up phenomenally. We watched 4 episodes of the first season today. And God, the music is still gut-punching. The voice acting is incredible. And the animation still really holds up. Like, it is amazing to see something like Elusive Samurai throwing in as many frames as they can into their animation, but then something like Attack on Titan, when they're doing the 3D maneuver gear scenes, like, I can follow it, it makes sense, it doesn't look too cluttered, it's not moving too quickly, I can tell what's going on in a scene. It is crazy how insanely well that series has held up. Okay, Enthuse, I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
I believe Enthuse is sitting there elaborating.
I'm trying to remember what they did. I think what they did, didn't they drop like 1 through 6 immediately and then started like drip feeding us 7 through 12 or something like that?
Okay, just on the advertising thing, I need the like movie advertisers and everything to get with the fucking times and advertise to me on YouTube, please. Why?
I feel like I don't know about anything.
Why do I not now. Like, I see commercials all the fucking time. Why am I not seeing movie advertisements?
You know, YouTube and computers in general make such a big deal about, we cater the ads to your preferences because we're watching what you're doing all the time. Why am I not getting movie trailers? That's the shit I care about.
That's the shit I care about.
12 episode batches. Okay. September 1st. Wait, they waited a whole year? First 12 was December 1st, 2022. The next 12 were released on September 1st in 2023?
Okay, here are all the what's his names.
What the fuck?
I've done it.
I definitely gave up at that point.
These are all the tricky pick Rixons.
Ooh.
I have a favorite still, and it is number 1.
We got lots of vibes here.
Will never tell me otherwise. He's just so good. Look at him. He's just perfect.
I gotta say, little cow kobold is great. I love him.
This guy?
Number 4.
Oh my god.
Little chaps.
The ones I think are okay are 2, 6. Yeah, that's about it. But 1 is my favorite by far.
1 definitely screams Zori to me.
1 is the one that I want.
Signature all over it.
1 is the one that I need. The one that I want. Ski bop boo wee ba wabba.
It's the one that I want.
Oof, that's the worst. Fandom died is always sad.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, exactly, Pastry Puff. Exactly.
No, literally. I had no idea that movie existed.
I don't know when any movies are coming out. I'm so pissed.
The only movie I know that's coming out is The Wild Robot because I've been following that one. Because I was really hoping they were going to do something cool and unique with it. It looks like we're still getting a good story. I'm just really upset that the animals talk, but it's fine. We're fine.
I know that Beetlejuice is coming out in September, but I managed to drive past a fucking bus stop poster of it. Do you understand?
Ori had to do old school advertising.
What?
She couldn't rely on new tech for advertising. That is absurd.
What the frick?
Ugh.
Okay, now we're gonna fix CMR for the last half hour.
Oh, really? Season 7? I've never watched it and I never read it. I'll have to take
That's
your
the
word
one where
and
it's like a new like timeline shit, right? Where it's like this is alternate fucking shit. It's so weird.
You know, maybe I'll read it because now I'm just curious. Now I just want to know.
I wanna know.
Manga's up to season 9. Okay, so they're decent ways ahead.
Yes, I'm right. Enthuse confirmed. It is the weird shenanigan.
I'm very curious. Tell us why, Enthuse.
Yes. Put that hyperfixation to good use.
Clearly.
Again, saying that you were more obsessed with JoJo at one point in time than you are now with Ace Attorney. A wild statement.
That is a crazy statement to make. Oh, a change in the status quo. Maybe I wouldn't have been screaming at my TV the whole time. I'm
nuts.
okay with that. It's something different at least.
I guess.
I mean, didn't Dio technically win at the end of Phantom Blood?
He definitely didn't lose, I guess.
He didn't lose. He just had a setback.
Yeah.
Jonathan definitely didn't win.
Yeah, this is true.
Winning involves living.
And Dio did do that.
Exactly. So, okay, so the villain causes the end of the universe, everyone dies. Wow, I guess people had to say goodbye to female JoJo pretty quickly. That's sad.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense why season 7 is a reboot. Now, so it's the end of the universe. In canon, do they figure out how to reset the universe? Or is that just like, author's gone and done his own thing, this is a full-on reboot? Or is there a canon explanation? Because I feel like JoJo's would go that extra mile to explain that kind of change. It just strikes me as the kind of series to do so. I remember my first interaction with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures because at the time I watched it in high school, that's when I started watching Phantom Blood. And right before then, I had finished my very first ever binge of Death Note because my friend really wanted me to watch Death Note. And then I had to watch Battle Tendency because one of my other friends said, oh, you have to watch it. It's so good. It's like this continuing story about this one family that has to deal with vampires. It's very cool. I'm like, okay, I'll check that out. My first reaction upon seeing the opening was, color! It's been so long since I've seen color! Because, let me tell you, Death Note, beautifully animated, very drab color palette. It has the color palette of an Evanescence cover.
Interesting, Enthuse. I've decided I'm not fixing Syomar. I can't do it to myself. They're good. I'm picking the ones that I want, and we're moving on. Okay, what other two of these?
In terms of color palette, it is so monotone.
We're gonna let Doug pick.
After months of just staring at black, white, gray, and maybe some red if they were feeling daring. Phantom Blood was a breath of fresh air in terms of color.
That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Maybe in real time we can see what Doug picks.
Oh, interesting. A multiverse. Was this before or after Marvel did it?
I think before, long before.
That's nuts.
Multiverse has been a thing for a while. Well, I actually don't know about the comics, Marvel comics. Cinematic universe-wise, definitely before.
Oh, definitely. Hella.
Comic-wise, I'm not exactly sure. There's a lot going on.
Comics probably did do it first. Hey, I had friends that were very into JoJo's, and one of them really liked Johnny as a character, so I'm like, do I check it out? Do I not? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I probably wouldn't buy the manga, I'd find it at the library and read it that way, but is it worth my time? I don't know.
We're seeing what Doug will choose.
Ooh. All right, guys, place your bets.
It may happen in real time.
Place those bets. Who do you think Doug will choose?
I'm definitely picking one. We'll pick whatever one he has.
2 or 4.
You really think he's gonna pick 4?
He might. It just feels like a vibe.
I hate it so much. The only one I really, really like is 1. 2 is okay. I so don't like 4. 3 looks like I tried to do Stitch and then he wore a jacket with too many layers. Just trying to think design-wise. I do actually kind of like 3 a little bit. The legs would need some work, but the tail is kind of fun. His overall vibe isn't half bad in the end.
Wait. Did they animate the season with Johnny?
Yeah, I think so. They're on season 7, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just the books.
Oh, no.
When did they do that?
Y'all think Doug will like 4?
Oh, everyone's saying Doug will like 4. I don't know.
I hope he either picks 1 or 3. I could also literally deal with anything but 4. 4 is my least favorite by far. Dislike in the chat. And next week we'll get Rickerides from Mars's.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I see part 5. I see this. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was done yet, Enthuse. Yeah, there's no Johnny animated yet.
I thought we said it was on 7 or something.
No, season 7 in terms of the manga. I guess Saga 7, if we must.
Who even knows? I don't know.
Arc 7, Saga 7.
Feeny, why?
I don't know, Enthuse. It sounds like they kind of shot themselves in the foot
Damn,
if the
Pastry
fandom
Puff.
died during Stone Ocean. But maybe. They've started reviving a lot of things recently.
I want to know who won the art fight.
They haven't announced it yet?
No, they're going through the attacks. It's good. It means that there's like no AI, no cheating, you know, no tracing.
That's always good.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta check that. It's important. Beanie? Who said Beanie?
I said Feeny. Someone put in the refrigerator door? Yeah. NP put in the refrigerator door a little text thing that had was, dude, I'm busy right now. I just ate glass by accident. You what? Please leave me alone. I ate glass.
Canon.
It is canon, yeah.
Oh, that's great. The sprite they
do
use for that
have a
is even
fair
better.
amount of people doing it in Thuse. I don't know exactly.
You've been working on something for 86. Is that 86 minutes or hours? That's probably hours. Oh geez, Pastry Puff.
Yeah, that's hours. Not 86 minutes. Hours.
I was like, yeah, that's hours. Oof. Besto luck. Good night, Mason.
Good night,
Thanks for
Mason.
hanging and listening to the rants.
Yes.
Well, the big rant tonight.
Doug is not responding as fast as I thought he would. They're probably playing video game.
Why they play video game?
Because they're nerds.
But we need the nerds.
But it means we'll work on Hotsun. Oh, and you know what? I'll show off the dungeon meshy stuff that I did. The dungeon meshy AU stuff that I did.
Beautiful.
Actually, it's probably Laios. I'd say Laios way too much. We got. Bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, Doug responded.
Who'd he pick?
So your guesses were mostly 4, right?
Yeah.
He picked 3.
Oh, really?
Which is what I expected.
Okay. All right, 3 it shall be.
And I need a 3rd. Do we pick 2?
All right, chat. This one's gonna be your vote. Which one would you like?
It's not 4. I veto 4. I hate 4. I hate 4 so much. He's a meme. I don't like him. We're not doing 4. I'm not doing it.
Wow.
I will not size him up. I will not bring him into anything else. 5's head too busy. Not a fan.
The rage.
I'm between 6 and 2, guys. Pick 6 or 2. That's your option. You guys can have a choice there. 6 or 2.
You're really...
Yeah, Mars, it's my fucking art.
them.
You want free art? You're gonna deal with my shit, you know? This is how it works. Doug does not say 4. Doug says 3. You wanna
Far be
see?
it from me to question you.
Doug says 3. Right there. Even has a little red line to show that it's new.
All right, we
under my
gotta
thing.
vote for 2.
1 for 2.
Oh, now he wants 4 though.
What?
Isn't that him?
Oh. Yes, I see you, Rufus. I don't care, Rufus. Doug, I don't give no shits. We talked about this. You chose 3. We ain't doing it. I didn't even see you there. That's why I said Doug says 4. Completely missed it. I was on my rant. I hate 4. 4 doesn't exist.
He's just a little guy.
I give no shits. This is free art. This is free art corner. I'll draw whatever the fuck I want.
The rage you have for your own creation.
I'm gonna tell you. CMR, a decent romp, a fun time. The only one I really despise is 2. Everybody else, I rather enjoy. I very much enjoy 1, 3, and 4. 5 and 6 aren't bad. Rickson, fucking love 1 with all my heart. He's perfect. He's it. I love him. 2 is okay. A bit of a struggle was a goat man. 3 somehow pulled out of my ass. I don't know how. 4, despise. Horrible. Unfun the whole time. 5, between 3 and 4 in anger. 6 came together, but it's just not the vibe, you know?
It's too draggy.
Why do I hate 4? I hate 4 for a number of reasons. I don't think it looks like a kobold. I think it looks like a cow. I don't like his proportions at all. I think he's very boring in his design. I don't like that I had to make his eye close to fit. I hate the hat. I hate the hat with a burning passion. It's so memey. I do not like it. List 3 things I like about 4. I reused the bolo tie because it was fun. That's about it. The bolo tie was good. I kept that.
You don't like his massive belt?
The massive belt was not his originally. We had it over here. We had it over here. There's a belt in all of them. He didn't have the belt first.
He's a strapping young lad.
Audio of the stick of a character. I would love that face. Make me a meme. Make me a meme. I would love to see it.
Please, please do. We need it.
Oh, I got it wrong. How did I get it wrong on a vibe question, on a opinion question.
Oof.
Oh, the last thing I don't like about 4, he's too memey. I don't want.
You already said
this.
that.
Okay, I don't want this level of meme in my thing. There's a level, right? This is too far. Like he's already kind of got it going, you know. He's kind of has like a thing, but it's just like, okay. In my very first campaign I ever ran, there was a character. He was a monk. His name was Michael, and he was just a dude. He was a hipster dude. He had a fucking man bun and a beard and a flannel shirt and all this sort of shit. And it was just like, he was literally a walking meme. There's a level of meme that you can have. And 4 has over the legal limit. 4 is driving meme.
Sir, you're too meme to drive?
Yeah, you're too meme to drive.
You're too meme to drive, sir.
It's too meme to drive.
Get off the road. Get off the Oli. You're too meme to drive.
Too meme to drive. 1 is perfect. He's how I will draw all kobolds from now on.
Alright, chat, we gotta vote.
It looks like it's 2, as Pastry Puff's the only one that has said anything.
Better get those votes in now.
Wait. Doug, you like that one too? I don't even know what you said 1 was a lot too. You just prefer pants? You literally gave me... You were like... Not this one. You were like... Jesus, please let me do a thing. Oh, and Thu said 2? Okay, my apologies.
also 2. Okay. I think I missed that. My bad.
It's all Mars's fault. We blame Mars.
It's on me. My bad.
I don't even know if Doug is still here to hear my rant, but you have this image as your picture in the campaign, okay? And what you said to me is literally, I want him to wear this outfit. I don't see any fucking pants on this man. This is, at best, a fucking tunic.
This is up close and personal.
Where are his pants? I want him to wear this exact outfit. Pants and all. There's no pants here. No pants. There, those leggies are bare. Wear them pants, boy.
Where damn pants be up and down
There
our
ain't
hill?
be no pants in these hills.
Grandma told me not to wear them. They be from the Fae.
Who has shorts? This guy just, he's okay. I'm not mad about 3. I'm only upset about 4. It's I don't like
3
him.
is cute. I like that he's got the little hat, the little chaps and everything. It feels very him.
3 is okay. 3 is acceptable as an answer. It looks like we're going with 2, which I am also okay with.
1, 2,
I do
and
think
3.
I preferred 2 over 3, over 6. I will say, the creative juices very quickly died. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 kobold ideas, right? We had Raptor, we had my original, the D&D style kobold, and then we had leaning towards the Pathfinder kobold, but still not being as ugly as them. I will say, after this one, we hit a roadblock, man, creative wise, because I gotta say, I got it right in 1. He's perfect. This I can give him pants if we really need him to have pants.
You can clearly tell which one is Ori Patton.
I can give him pants. He's so perfect. He's so me, okay? He's so me. He's lovely. Imagine him, CMR. Imagine him on a big riding drake, just shooting the breeze. You know, there's 2 things I want to add to him, because I will say, this did involve other things. I want to give him the hat on the back that I gave to these 2. I like that vibe. It's a good vibe. Happy with it. And if we need him to have pants, we can have him have pants. What was the other thing I wanted to give him? That might have been it. Was there something else? No, that was it. I don't want to give him pants, but I will give him pants if this is what we need to do. But the hat on the back, that would just make such a nice little silhouette. It'd be great. Ooh, we'll make it lower though. Just gives a nice little bloop around here. It's perfect. Done. Success. Amazing. He's perfect. We stan. He's gorgeous. The CMRs are much harder. I really do like this one.
That one was hard to pick.
But these 3 are gonna be a tough choice. 5 is decent, but I don't think the overall vibe. But it's gonna be hard to mush him slowly into 1.
It shall happen.
But
Slowly but surely.
I got it right in 3. Yeah, exactly. So and that's where I felt everything was good. You know? All right, we'll see Rickariti. Rickariti, I called you Rickariti. Mars, the rule will be...
I thought you were talking about the character. I didn't know you actually called me Rickariti.
I did. It was not intentional, but I did.
Yes.
The rule will be for next week, you're not allowed to give any input until you get to choose yours at the end.
Okay, that's fair.
That's the one thing.
That's fair.
You gotta see him at the end.
Here.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can talk like you did with the other ones, but you can't be like, I would like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that sort of thing.
I trust you, because usually what you come up with is a million times better than what's ever in my head.
I appreciate the faith.
I trust my characters in your very capable hands.
Why, thank you. I will say, Doug has the most deviant of character design desires as I do, versus Dylan and Mars are definitely more on the Ori level with stuff, you know?
I'm just happy to have R in my characters, man.
See, Mars knows where it's at, guys. Mars knows what's happening
here. It would not
here.
exist without Ori because Mars can't draw for shit.
Yeah, see, Mars knows what's up.
You guys were here during Outcast's anniversary. You saw the stick coats in and chicken dinner Aster.
Chicken wing Aster, yes,
Oh,
yes.
it's chicken wing, not chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner. Winner, chicken dinner.
No, there were no winners that night.
But yeah, so we'll see what we come up with in the end. But yeah. Well, Ricker, okay, Mars. There is an interesting thing I do have to ask you. Oh, chicken tender. Thank you, Pastry Puff.
Oh, chicken tender.
About your character. So technically, Mars, the character that you are is a Strix, right?
Yes.
So that is not a bird person. That is a person.
It's a straight up bird.
With wings. No. It is a person with wings on top.
Ah, okay.
Now, I'm gonna say two things. First thing is if you have been set on a person that is like a full bird anthro character, I don't have a in narrative issue with letting you be that, if that is what you wanted. However, I will preface this that my obvious preference is not that. As
no,
a Strix
honestly,
is much
I'm down
more
for the collar interpretation.
Okay, well, so that's another level. So Strix do have wings and arms, but they have the good legs. This is an official Strix. So
That's
is your
what I
image
thought.
of
That's
it.
what I was seeing.
Yeah, I like that. I'm happy to do this.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, as long as you are okay with this and not being a literal person that is a bird.
That honestly was
Anthro.
not what I was envisioning.
Good, I'm glad. I was concerned that was. I appreciate this much more.
I did not need a beak.
Good, thank you. My next character will be a Tengu, which is innately just a bird person. I'm going to be more of a caller. I'm going to not even be more of a caller. I'm going to be a caller. I don't want a beak as well. So.
Ori's flavoring it.
Oh yeah, we ain't doing it. I would like to have. So I will say Mars's is probably going to be my favorite to do. Just innately.
Go nuts, Ori.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is like my vibe, Mars. This is the shit. Look at it. It's so good.
It's beautiful. It's got the feathers, the legs, the human
Exactly.
face.
It's so good. It's perfect. We love it. We stand.
We do stand.
All right, guys. Well, that was productive again. We got it all
That
done.
really was.
You got an Ori rant on top of it. Wings
You got a
are
Mars
fun,
rant
dudes.
too?
Wings are fun.
What a night.
This is Mars's character's picture at the moment.
There were literally no good Strix pictures for what I had in mind. So I'm like, okay, first girl image I see. Let's go.
Be my little sketch of our other bird caller I was sketching out.
Yeah. No, I can't do that. That's spoilers.
Not for the people in the game.
Oh, that's true.
But yes. So, thank you all for coming to this second episode of Making Time. I hope you enjoyed making time with us. It certainly managed to get things done. Again, trying to stay on track with doing this. I'm pretty happy at the rate we're going. I didn't end up fixing CMR. I decided I don't want to. I really don't want to have to, 1, redraw the thumbnails again, if I'm being completely honest. 2, I know which ones I like, and I think that Dylan will at very least enjoy one of the designs when I blow them up, as 1 and 4 are very much the vibe he wanted. 3 is a little departure, but I really like the idea, and we'll see. So technically enthused within the game, there are 4 player characters, but for the purposes of this course, CritBit is leading us through the designing of 3. And so we will be doing 3, and they are all the people you know of Dylan, Mars, and Doug. And the 4th person is not having his character done within this thing. However, as long as I do enjoy this method. It could be, hello, Nicole.
Hey,
It could
Nicole.
be a thing to do in the future. However, I will say once this course is done and I like do that and I make the 3 characters, I really want to try and rig my VTuber. That is very much the next goal, and I think that'll be hopefully again a fun time. That'll be the next thing after this. And then after that, there's like 2 options I could go down. We'll see. I'm blanking on what one of those options was, but I knew there was another option, but I'm blanking on what it is right now. But we'll figure that out when we get there. And yeah.
All in due time.
All in due time, indeed. But I'm sorry, Nicole, you did tune in just at the very end here. We're about to wrap up, but these are our lovely thumbnails, and you can see which one I absolutely despise. You didn't even have to be there. Yeah. All right, well, hello, little pet Cha.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes, if you want to have your T-Pet displayed in every single scene of ours, all you gotta do is become an Angsty Adversary YouTube channel member, just like our lovely, already Angsty Adversary YouTube channel members here of Parry His Parry, Nicole, and Dichotomy Games. But you can also be other levels. There's Psychic Sidekick, which gets you the Ace Attorney videos as soon as I upload them. You don't have to wait. There's also Doofus detectives like Lakitu, Aragorn, Canadian Lucifer, Tay, and Jester, where you get the bonk emojis natively within YouTube if you wanted to use them. You also can brain things. If you download the Better Twitch TV plugin for literally basically any browser you plan to use, you can get them for free and even more emojis, because YouTube will only allow me to have so many until we get more members. So if you want more emojis, I need 2 more members. But no,
Help us get more emojis,
we
guys.
really do appreciate you guys coming out and just hanging out with us. Any VOD watchers, if you're watching this one, honestly, I'm impressed. The Ace Attorney one, I can understand. This one, I'm surprised, but thank you very much. We appreciate it just the same.
I'm surprised
And
as well.
we hope you might have learned something. We love talking with you. Sadly, there is no stream tomorrow, as Dylan and I are forced to touch grass. The Ace
Yes,
Attorney
how
stream
dare
happened
they.
yesterday, so you can go VOD watch that if you want. New Ace Attorney video does come out tomorrow, though, and the new dub of Outcast came out after a little bit of a break with that today. It did come out a little late. I'm sorry. They're annoying sometimes. But yes, so that did come out. We're in the very, very last part of entry 13. So, entry 13. Entry 2, page 13. So, yeah, go check that out on the Folding Planets YouTube channel, and we'll all see you next week. Have a lovely weekend. Good night.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight.